Gorebox has some new updates. In this video, I'll give you a slightly detailed overview of all of them. So here we are at the update page. We've got 8 updates. Let's start with the new map, the biggest one yet, called Sanctuary. Weird. Suddenly, the name of the map doesn't feel as fitting anymore. We've got a beautiful little cabin in here, in case you were caving some privacy. We've got bright rock right here. Okay, that's enough feeling special for one day. We've got a lake in here, in case anyone's thirsty. There's also a bridge, in case anyone's not thirsty. And also we've got this nice little path which leads all the way up this mountain. So to sum it up, it's a great map. Next up, we've got the new static props section featuring 350 props. So let's bring up the spawn menu. Forgot this was a Gmod. Q is bound to ragdolling in this game. So we have the building section, which has all sorts of materials you'll find at a construction site. The environment one has trees, interior has stuff you'd place inside a building, and miscellaneous has mostly signs and text. Which never sends me anymore. For some reason. So let's go to the building section and build our own little abode. We'll start with a doorway, a wall, another wall, a fourth wall, not gonna break that, and this concrete plate for a roof. Whoa, that's big. My house looks like it just came back from a vacation to Mexico. And let's spawn in a small tree here. My tree is too tall. So let's spawn in a 1 instead, and let me spawn in a little coop for my Pinko as well. We don't need stairs to get on the roof, and the closest thing I found is this fence. So since my roof is a concrete plate, it only makes sense that I spawn some food on here, like this McDonald's ice cream machine. And of course it doesn't actually work. Very realistic game, this one. We've got a kebab rotisserie. Oh, this one doesn't work either. But don't worry, I can fix that. Tornado! So that was my spin at making somas. We've got a microphone here. It will be useful for my comedy special. Wow, only one guy stood up for my stand-up. Anyway, the show must go on. What do you call a turtle who can control lightning? A tortoise. Ah! Wow, tough crowd, huh? This trampoline isn't really working all that well. Come on now. Work, damn you! Oh! Bounce me straight up to heaven, I see. Hey, piano. I was wondering what we should play today. Some Mozart? Some Beethoven? Or should I just go back to some Chopin? We've got a treadmill here, and this item seems to be working, unlike the others. It's a Flintstones kind of treadmill. Makes you wonder why you even need the treadmill in the first place. Oh look, it's an arcade machine, and I'm playing Gorebox within Gorebox itself? This is like so meta. It's like playing Depression, the game, in real life itself. We've got a urinal in here, in case anyone wants to do the thing between, you know, O and Q. Sorry, my mom said no more swearing on my channel. Okay. Oh, we've got a pool table in here. I guess it's furniture you use in case you wanna have lunch or something while still being afloat. This table probably comes with like half a dozen straws, in case you ever need a free drink. Oh, how nice of the developer. He even put in my player model in honor of me. I absolutely love it. I've seen boys in real life and they look nothing like this. Even the spelling is wrong. I mean, everything else is fine, but where's the propeller hat? And a Mr. Beast t-shirt. And under the miscellaneous tab, we've got a bunch of items here which include mostly signs, none of which I'm obeying, as you can clearly see. I'm using this cop car to make donuts. This is like using my parents to make a son that they could actually be proud of. We've got the blurred plasma field, which does the job of the trampoline in this game. We've got some cigarettes in here. Other games allow you to speedrun only their completion. But this game allows you to speedrun lung cancer as well. They call me the Smoke Prince. Yeah. They'd have called me the Smoke King, but pretty sure the cancer will take me before I get a chance to sit on the throne. Causes of global warming. Can we add me to the top of the list, please? Why isn't this fixed yet? Already? No, not because I'm smoking, but because I'm hot AF. We've also got this little call bell. I keep ringing it, but no one appears. Same thing happens when I ring doorbells as well. Weird. I don't have a clue why anyone wouldn't want to open their doors for me, man. They've added some new food to the game, like this fish, who is now my best friend. Aww. Look how much fun he's having swimming. But you know what I love even more than a friendship? Omega-3 fatty acids. Yum. We've also got a skinned fish in here for the disgusting perverts who like to see fish naked. And they've added a kebab as well. If I were the dev, I'd just name this thing Fish Kebab and call it a day. Make just one model instead of 3. But unfortunately, not everybody can be as enterprising as me. And for the last of the updates, we've got a bunch of new flags under the banners tab. So that was it. Oh, hang on a second, guys. I forgot to furnish me casa. Ooh, I've always wanted a drum kit. But unfortunately, that's all that fits inside. How do I play this thing though? This chicken leg was the closest thing that I could find to a drumstick. Glad J.K. Simmons isn't around to listen to this. Oh, Gordon Ramsay for that matter. No, bitch! Ah! Gorebox recently released the Divine Curse update. It has this new boss, who we'll be fighting soon, and also this new neutral Divine Godol, which we'll be checking out first. I wonder what happens if we punch him. Coward, come back here! Why are you running? It's just a little punch. Pow! Pow! Ow! What? Did he just use a WWE finisher on me? And judging by the position of my hands, he used it in a very sensitive area. Well, I'm not dead yet. Now where does this guy get off to? There he is! Stop right there, criminal scum!
Hey!
What? Just because I'm a horse? That's racist! I'm gonna kill you! He just crashed into the tree. Boom! Hey man, guess who's back? Ow!
What's up?
Oh, just some branches and leaves mostly. Now how do I kill this guy? My punches are completely useless against him. But he keeps running into things. Perhaps. Now's my chance. Let me just trap him in here real quick. We got one wall down. The second, I didn't need so many walls. Don't get out of here. Don't get out of here. Just stay. Stay. Good boy. Keep staying. And I got him, I suppose. Neutral Divine Godol, for your crime of being racist against a very highly esteemed equestrian of this community, you are hereby sentenced to life imprisonment. What do you have to say in your defense? Did he show up to court drunk or something? Oh, liver failure? Was bound to happen sooner or later. I finally got my revenge upon that racist. But now, I am all alone. I need someone. Anyone. Please. I can't be alone anymore. But wait, there's still this other update. Let me type that in. / where are you? ? Huh? What's happening? Oh, I got transported into the boss level.
There you are.
Here I am. What's up, buddy? Hey, if you're the new boss, then doesn't that mean that I'm your new employee? Now where is my salary?
This is my realm.
Whoa.
You're powerless here.
Oh yeah? We'll see about that. Oh. Ah, I respawned. This time I'm gonna kick it. Hey, nobody told me guns were allowed. Oh, so you respawn every time you die, huh? Let me see. I think I'll go with the flamethrower. Can you give me at least a second to choose my weapon first, bro? Okay, gotta do this quickly. Let's go with the RPG. Come at me, bro. Wait, not so far. I'll take him out from a distance this time. Now, where is he? Hey, stop! Stop! Damn it. I'll go the, AK this time. What if I place mines here instead? Didn't hurt anyone but me. Of course. Okay, pause. We need a fresh approach to this. We'll need a vehicle to run him over with, and this limo will be perfect for that. Come on. Go on. Well, unlike this, I have enough horsepower to get us to the top. In Soviet Russia, vehicle rides you. Prepare to die. Keep preparing. Now die! What? Why are you still alive, man? Why are you still alive? You know what, guys? The limo isn't all that great. And neither am I. We're going to need a more powerful vehicle. Maybe even one that goes to the gym. Wink, wink. Honk, honk, motherfucker! Yeah, my mom said no more swearing on the channel. How's it going, man? All good in the hood? Oh. Well, I guess not. Anyone ever tell you that you make for a great parking spot? No? They haven't told you that yet? That's weird. Of them. This is the second car that I've run you over with. Why can't you just die already, man? Oh my gosh. Okay, let me cage this guy in and give him a little surprise present. Ha! Headshot. What? Why did I die? Is he still in there? I can't no-clip during battle. Bro, what the heck? So I just keep respawning and I keep dying. Dude, I don't even have time to think. Dude, what is this guy? Bolt and Ali at the same time? I wonder how the developer beat him. So he uses a cheat code for a powerful weapon, enables time shift and invincibility. Now let me try that out. So here's the boss. Going to go full Muhammad Ali on this guy. Well, he did lose like 5 matches, so... Okay, here he comes. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. Okay, I technically just did get him right there. Come at me, bro. And from here on out, I kept on dying. Again, and again. Look what they need to mimic a fraction of a power. Sometimes I wonder where exactly it all began to go wrong in my life. But then my thoughts are interrupted by multiple screaming exports of a YouTuber as they keep on mercilessly murdering me. He's smiling. He's actually smiling. I don't think he even cares anymore. But I still do. Come on, let's get it. That's it. I need help. Let's see how Falvin Box does it. So he traps him in a house, creates what is basically a digital nuclear bomb, then he kabooms it. Very nice. I gotta try this for myself. In a slightly different way, of course. Like trapping him in this van and I kept shooting at him, carnival style. Guess my prize was death. What a lame carnival. I tried surrounding him with explosive barrels, but they never really did explode. And of course I'm dead. Surrounded him with walls and gifted him very many missiles. Yeah, he couldn't contain his happiness. And lo and behold, the missiles didn't explode either. So I enclosed him in walls again and kept spamming plasma fields in there. And the forbidden bouncy house finally did the trick. Now you have to beat him twice, and the second time around he isn't just standing there. He comes right at you. And several failed attempts later, which spanned around 3 hours in total, I managed to trap him inside a cell. Sealed the door, threw a bunch of plasma fields in there. You know, because bosses always need some company. Poetic. How we both died at the same time. Hey boss, not so fun when you're the one being downsized. Huh? Finally. Now it's time for my reward. To have Phil as a regular spawnable NPC. I can have my revenge by beating him up all I want without him ever retaliating. Oh. Never mind then. How many times do I have to teach you this lesson, old man? First up are the female Go dolls. While you could choose your character to be female earlier, now you can also spawn in female Go dolls. Why be violent only against men when you can be violent against women as well? Gender equality for the win. They can be kind of rare though, as only the 19th divine Go doll I spawned ended up being female. I wonder if we can get a female shadow mutant though. Hey guys, where are you going? The FBI has yet to examine you. Aha! I managed to find a female zombie, at least. Wants absolutely nothing to do with me. What? You don't like to eat Doritos flavored humans? Huh? Oh loss. Next up we have this fabulous new sports car which appears to be fastened after a Lamborghini Gallardo. Let's take it for a ride. To hell, apparently. Let's try it on a less dangerous slope. I think all the screaming will give me a sore throat. If this were a McLaren though, I'd get McLaren-gitis instead. Okay, you know what? Let's ignore slopes altogether. Now, it may be dangerous to drive, but at least I'll have the most sporty looking coffin in the world. This car doesn't come with an AC because it has way too many fans already. The 15.7 update also adds 6 new weapons including the PP-19000, Scar, Dragunov SVD, Winchester, Minigun, and the Son-of Shotgun. You can now also enable rain and thunder. Oh cheater, forgot to clear the clothesline before this new update though. You can also choose the environment and time. There are 19 of them to choose from. My personal favorites are Unicorn and Space. The cars also have their lights turned on while driving at night. It's really cool to switch maps from day to night or from night to day. Now I can finally play Reminiscence without having to pop out an eyeball. Up next we have the Game Mode Editor, so all of your general, player and server settings are in one handy little menu now. Apparently the helicopter controls have also been improved. Oh. I think I'll just stick to no clipping from now on. And there's also the social menu which amongst other things allows you to choose your server region. I'm happy about India being here. Gunit Nasanang Pilipinas. Welcome to GoBox News. Today's headlines are turrets, Xbox, including me, new icons, reality crusher RGB, editable signs, post processes, and much more. So let's get into the details. First up, the Xbox. There's two new ones. One of somebody called Nectar, whom I saw was the user interface designer of the game on Box's channel, and the other one, as surreal as it feels, is of me at long last. Come here, professionally drawn version of me. Guys, this proves that dreams do come true if you're ready to be desperate and creepy enough. Just like me, guess he found me beautiful enough after all. Thank you so much, GDev. Now we can finally die in peace. That might take a while though. So let's move on to the next addition, the turrets. Let's try out the first of 5 of them, the flamethrower turret. He's suffered enough. Let's put him out of his misery. How are you feeling now, buddy? Oh damn. Next up is the minigun turret. I like how we just tried to casually nope out of that one. Next is the rocket turret. Ow! Ouch! Damn, bro. Rocket turret has gotten a chill. I'm setting up a zombie against shotgun turret. How we doing, bro? Yeah. Same. And finally we have the sniper turret. Wonder if it can shoot its target if it's all the way out here. Nope. Hey! Guys, apparently our test subject has better things to do than get shot by a sniper rifle. Come here, you! Oh, so this is the distance between... Shut up, man! I'm trying to record a video here. Damn coders can't even die in agony without causing a bloody scene. Next up, the new icons. Besides this new icon, most items in the spawn menu have gotten new icons, and whilst they do look better, they also look a bit oversaturated in my opinion. Don't look at my thumbnails though. Reality Crusher RGB. Do you like RGB lights for your PC? Then you'll probably like that there's 9 new colors for each different mode of the Reality Crusher. Editable signs. Gorebox now includes 11 editable signs. Post processes. You guys know how Garry's Mod has like 34 post processes? Well, Gorebox now has 57 post processes. Now that's a lot of post processes. Here's a slideshow of all of them. And my personal favorite was lime green. The flashlight is a lot more brighter now. Using it, you can finally play Reminiscence in its default state. You can now reduce blood or even turn it off. Useful for content and discontent creators. Like me, you can also change the field of view in the game now.
What's going on?
Saves now generate with a thumbnail as opposed to earlier. The worst curse fight no longer allows you to spawn props, which disables you from entrapping Phil in a building, which makes this fight way too difficult for my boomer ass. The graphics have been improved apparently, which explains why I've been finding myself to be way more good looking lately. Hello? What? There's a new boss in town and you want me to take care of it? Okay. He's called the Observer, and in order to meet him, you have to go under the dock in the Legacy map, and there's a secret area which you can access. Ooh, is this it? Don't touch the pipes. Turns out you don't fit through here anyways. Is game fat saving me right now? Okay, never mind guys. I found it this time. So here we are. It's basically the legacy map and there's the observer. So this boss battle is inspired by a little indie game from 2012, Slender. The 8 pages. In it, your car breaks down in the middle of the forest. This faceless long boy who's dressed to impress chases you around while you try to steal 8 pieces of fan art of him, which his subscribers must have so lovingly sent to him. Hey, it's not my fault, you know. I wouldn't have to be doing this if I received my own fan art once in a while. Well, I don't know what happens at the end because I usually get chased down by him after my 3rd page or so. So here we are back at the boss battle. Wait. First, the game shames me for not fitting into the pipe, and now it's ordering me to exercise as well? Can I kill the observer with my car? Accept your fat. Okay, game is just giving me mixed signals at this point, and this text on the screen is offensive to my people. There, I fixed it for you, G-Dev. Got my first page or blueprint, and here comes the observer. Hey man, you don't have to kill me. Did you know that you're way too cute to be a serial killer? Okay. There's a gun here. Maybe this will help. Die! What are you doing? Sucking at this. I'm getting way too many unwanted Slenderman flashbacks from 2013, and I hate being reminded that I'll never have the body type that he has. So I looked up some tips and tricks online, and apparently, if you take this Godol which spawns by default in Legacy and you shrink on top of these logs, this would fall into one of the gaps right there. You good, bro? Yes, he is. So he wouldn't be frantically waving out to me otherwise. So the thing is that each time you activate this boss battle, the observer spawns somewhere around the top of the tower. He immediately kills that default spawn Godol and then he comes to kill you. But if he can't get to the Godol in the first place, he's going to be busy trying to get to it, which will leave you completely free to grab all of the blueprints. So let's start. And yep. It's not here. So I've gathered 4 of them so far. And I've just accidentally beheaded myself by sprinting into the underside of some stairs. Good job, me. Good job. Let's try that again. Okay. In you go, buddy. Let's try that again. In you go, buddy. How you doing in there? Ooh, looks like I managed to shrink his body into individual atoms. And as expected, the observer isn't around to greet me. Again. What? You slipped. Why though? So here's blueprint number 1, blueprint number 2, number 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, hey there. I'm passing through. Don't worry. You just keep trying to chow on my microscopic buddy right there. I heard he's real tasty. 7, 8, 9, and the last one is just above the slope. Oh. Never mind then. So now I can build a reality tracer using the blueprints. And right click to delete. Oh. Well, that was kind of anticlimactic. Obviously my fault for exploiting the game though. So this is a regular gun, and if you type this in chat after defeating the Overseer, the gun that you have equipped evolves into this. It's red now. Premium cut giblets. Godol butchers hate this one trick. Welcome to Gorebox update number 15.13. In this version of the game, we've got the new and improved splash screen. Next, the hitboxes have been improved. Friend system. By clicking on the social menu, you can now add friends in Gorebox. Unfortunately, even I don't want to be friends with myself. Apparently, pick up player ragdolls. After killing another player, you can now pick up their bodies like a ragdoll. Tornado! There's a new blocking animation. If I make him sick, it looks like I just got to the scary part of a horror movie. RBG letter props. So these lit up alphabets were already in the game, but now you can even color them. In order to do that, you're probably going to have to go online, find some color codes, and enter them in manually. Would be easier if a color selector was simply built in. 400 new static props have been added into the game. There's lots of buildings, different types of terrain, which can even be enlarged after spawning, gym equipment, supermarket aisles, etc. So this update is perfect for building a large new detailed map for your server. Improved anti-cheat. For those of you fed up with hackers in multiplayer servers, there's now an improved anti-cheat system, working clocks and cameras. So apparently the clocks work now. I don't know about you guys, but they still look unemployed to me. We also have working security cameras now, working out and gaining weight. You can also work out now by grabbing weights and moving them around. Telepathically. Whoops! We've also got a treadmill now, which increases your stamina as you walk on it. I went online to check out some of the gyms, and I found out that this is what you look like after you work out for a while. You can also get fat if you eat too much junk food now. Here's a time lapse of that. The gigs tried to run, but they did not manage to hide. Be careful who you call fat in high school, or they just might eat you up when you get to higher school. New map. It's called Void, and it's just a platform set up in the middle of the void. It takes a whole 15 seconds for you to die after jumping off the platform. This map is meant for people who like to build huge custom maps using static props. You can even load saves from the planes map here, and they will still be perfectly compatible. Improved ammo boxes. The ammo boxes are now unique for each type of weapon and look really pretty now. Improved character customization. There is now additional character customization for hair, shirts, pants, gloves, and shoes. Behold, the greatest thief in the world! The woman who has stolen every man's heart! Target shooting minigame. So you know how there's some target dummies around different maps? Well, if you shoot them now, you activate a little timer with a scorekeeper. And now to talk about the most important update of all that every single GoBox player has been waiting for with bated breath. Seat transitions. Earlier, you tap on a seat and you just teleport into it. But now, epic seat transitions. I'm here with GoBox version 15.15, and the biggest addition to it is the sea map. It's a large platform placed within a large body of water, similar to the plains and the void maps, but basically having water instead of grass or emptiness. And this platform also extends all the way into the seabed, unlike in those other maps, but I assume this will change with the final version of the update. At the edge of the map, there's a 2D image of the Reminiscence map and some islands. So being the work in progress version, I guess basically you will be able to see these maps in the distance. And there's some banks of sand which you cannot walk on yet. Now GDev did talk about adding fully functional motorboats to the game, so this map will be perfect for them. Now moving on to the 4 new vehicles. First is the pickup truck. It comes in 4 different colors, perfect for Power Rangers. I'm not sure which vehicle it's modeled after. Does anybody know? It's got good acceleration, but isn't very fast. It is very powerful, however, and easy to control, despite being a bit back heavy. Next is the light muscle car. It comes in 6 different colors and is modeled after the 2010 Dodge Challenger. Can't dodge this.
Nice to see you.
Oh, nice to see you too, I guess. It's got good acceleration and top speed, but it's pretty hard to control. And it's also not a very tough vehicle. So overall, a lighter and faster but more unstable version of the muscle car. Next up is the Humvee. It comes in snow, desert and forest camouflage colors. It is a bit slower and not as powerful as the new pickup truck, but it is one of the most durable vehicles in this game, along with the SWAT van, which I didn't expect to be so much bigger than the Humvee. Let's see which one lasts longer against a full magazine of the M16. So the Humvee got destroyed with 2 magazines of the M16, and it took 3 magazines for the same to happen to the SWAT van, so the SWAT van is more powerful than the Humvee. Next is the military truck. Easily the largest vehicle in the game. It's a 3-seater and 6-wheeler vehicle, but you can't actually interact with the middle seat. It comes in the same camouflage colors as the Humvee. It wasn't nearly as slow as I expected, but was rather wobbly during high-speed turns, just like the pickup truck. You can put whatever you want in it and take it with you. Or not, I guess. Next we've got 2 new armor sets. First is the Steel Soldier. Once you've spawned it in, you can equip it with just one click. You have to equip the helmet separately though, but that's because you've got a wide choice of helmets that could go really well along with this armor. Like these bunny ears right here. Is this inspired by the power armor from the Fallout universe? Either way, it looks really badass. Can the worst curse even kill me in this? Oh, he's kind of unable to, actually. Oh wait, actually had invincibility on. Never mind. There's the Chaos armor as well, which is basically the emo version of the Steel Soldier. This is now my favorite armor set in the game. Now in the neutral Godos tab, we already had the Breacher and the Special Forces NPCs, but now we also have the Steel Soldier. Now the aggressive version of him is the Chaos Soldier. Enough yapping. Now let's make both of them fight! Oh well, that was kind of anticlimactic. Oh, but the Steel Soldier looks like he's losing the battle against the stairs. Or is it the door? Go on, buddy. You can do it. Nope, you cannot. Oh, forgot his leg there for a second. Next up are the 6 new weapons, which include firstly the USP match. You can just hold the trigger to empty the entire clip. Actually, you can do that for all the pistols. Why didn't anybody tell me about this before? Secondly, we got the .5 Magnum. Surprisingly, it counts as a heavy weapon. Here's what the regular revolver does. And here's what the Magnum revolver does. Now that's a lot of damage. How does it compare to a Deagle though? It's slower and can't hold as many bullets. But I suppose that it is more powerful. I just managed to take out 3 Godolls in one with this. Yeah, it's your lucky day, fella. Next we have the PK machine gun, also known as the PKM. It seems a bit similar to the M249. It holds the same amount of bullets. It's got a slower fire rate than it. However, here's how they both perform. Very similar, I should say. Fourthly, we have the FAMAS. It's got a very high rate of fire. Fifthly, we have the G3 gun, which is basically the predecessor of the G36C gun already present. It feels a bit more powerful than its successor, but it's got a smaller magazine. Sixthly, we have the Molotov cocktail. And its flames travel quite a distance after impact. Next, we have the 3 new neck spots. They're all drawn by someone known as HNZ, and you can actually see how his art skills improved with each new neck spot drawn. Not that they were bad earlier. So the first neck spot is of course that of Gubzaw. Here's his voice lines. Now Gubzaw is the coder, developer, model, sprite and UI designer for this game. He was also kind and patient enough to give me early access to this update. Not very kind and patient right now though. The next spot is that of Rinsvent, who is an in-game moderator and GoBox administrator. Here's his voice lines, which come from someone known as SLV Sounds, as he makes fun of somebody's suits. Now both of these next spots are the first ones to be based on Godolls, by the way. The next spot is that of Bucky. He's a huge YouTuber whose GoBox videos have amassed a total of over 10 million views, and he primarily plays Go-based games. So it makes sense then that his next spot is so deadly looking. He doesn't have voice lines, but this is a sound effect. It's a slide whistle and a whiplash when he kills you. And I believe his logo itself is that of a sentient onion. There's 36 new ones, and some of them are actually references to content creators and people on the F2 Games team, like the Gubzaw hat, which is even worn by his next spot. The Cap Bibara hat with a silhouette of Falvin box on it, the Tangerine helmet for Spin Master, the cat ears for Vandy VT, and the Spy visor for Visored Spy. I'm wearing it actually, but you can't see it under the helmet. And finally, there's also Gary Soto's mask. Wait, Sato? Nah, I prefer saying Soto. Wait, we don't have to do this again? Goodbye. With Gary Sato, of course, being the man who is assistant coach of the USC men's volleyball team by day and mass Godal serial killer by night. Be careful when you play this game past 6 PM, but not past 9 PM though. Sato has to sleep on time to wake up early to coach his students. He's a responsible guy like that. Oh, almost missed his hat they put in as a reference to me, or this old one is more fitting. Perhaps. Next up we have the new reroad animations for the Thompson, M16, Scar, Eagle, MP5, L11-5A3 and the AR-15 guns. You can now customize the color of your gloves and you can also disable your pupils. It's barely noticeable. I prefer to do it the old school way, however. Okay, no screaming in the class. -5 points for Gryffindor. Next we have 5 new entities. They are the basket, tennis, soccer. I can't believe I actually missed that. And footballs. Touchdown! There's also a new music disc available for the gramophone. Pretty snazzy. There's a new explosive oil barrel. Now obviously it won't hold a candle to the nuclear barrel's explosive capabilities, but unlike the regular explosive barrel, its flames linger on the ground for a while after blowing up. This is the regular skin and this is the rusty skin, and it's supposedly the worst skin in the game yet. Still killed him though. You can also earn Go-Bucks from the target shooting minigame, although that's probably not the actual name of the money in the game. I hope it is though. There are also some new Easter eggs. If you come right here in the facility map and open these doors, you've got a cursed image of Gabocto. If you enter the conspiracy tower and go behind these bookshelves by no clipping, you'll find a drawing of Falvin Box and Russian Dead. Under the bridge in the Afterglow map, there is graffiti of Rinsvent and Gift. At the entrance or exit of Pit Valley, if you no clip, you'll find an image of Green X's cat. And if you place your crosshair over his face, you can give him some cute little whiskers. And finally we have a wanted poster for Blood Dev in the F2 square map. Models for weapons such as the AK-47, M16, Scar, Glock, revolver, and all of the melee weapons including the kitchen knife, machete, fire axe, bat, spiked bat, pickaxe, and crowbar have been changed. Designs of the fallen soldier, corrupt breacher, and corrupt forces have also been changed. I didn't know there was such a big height difference over here. The texture of the trees in the distance have also been updated. They look a bit more 3D now. Burnt Godals look different. There are some minor user interface changes. The icon and banner of the destructible towers have also been improved. Plus, Godals can now pick up firearms that they previously couldn't.
What's going on?
We've got some new props added, which include 4 window pot plants, a mailbox, a welcome mat, numerous shop buildings, which include this trailer shop, this small shop, and there's also this new safe room.
How are you?
It's not all that safe, to be honest. There's some new lawn fences, and I thought there was supposed to be a wheelchair in here as well, but I guess not. There's this new spotlight which changes colors in real time and moves around a lot. There's some new signs which would be useful for multiplayer servers. Let's hope they bring it back to mobile. Also, the characters in these banners look a lot like the characters from Mutilated All 2, a game which I used to play many years ago, so this is really cool. The medical entities have received a complete overhaul. Most everything here has been remodeled. The syringes now have unique designs and they all come in their own unique little packages. packages. The view models of the M16, G36C and Revolver have been changed. I didn't expect them to fly like that. So first up we've got this new propeller, and if you activate it, it just goes straight up into the air and it just gets stuck at the top of the skybox. Ah man, it gave me a boo-boo. You're mean. Next we've got this circular saw, and we've also got this brand new guinea pig. Get in there already. Ew, that's so nasty. Yuck. I'm sorry that you guys had to saw that. Next we've got 7 new particle emitters, and they emit fire, smoke, plasma, neutron particles, acid, shadow particles, and finally some heavy shadow particles. Now none of these emitters actually harm you, they exist purely for visual purposes. Amongst new weapons we've got this new grenade launcher, which isn't as powerful as an RPG, but it's got a lot more ammo for it. The next new weapon is a light one, which is the UMP-45. It can hold 25 bullets, it's got a fast fire rate and practically no recoil. The next new weapon is a melee one, which is the combat knife. Hey, right back at ya. Ouch. I didn't do that. The combat knife made me do it, okay? It speaks to me like the Green Goblin mask speaks to William Dafoe. Get it out of here, man. Next we've got new miscellaneous static props of destroyed vehicles. And yeah, most of them kept together side by side. The coolest one is this plane wreck though. You can even go inside it. And it's quite a big boy, I should say. Also, weapon wheels are now a spawnable thing. You can even make them roll around and stuff by kicking them. Get out of here. Get out of here. We've got a new wheelchair. And it comes with a little bell on the armrest. You can sit on it and it's supposed to be a reference to Breaking Bad, apparently. What's up, danger? Ah! Okay, this is a fun slip and slide. Uh-oh. I was gonna call for my nurse, but I'm fine, I guess. I've even got first person view in this for some reason. And if you press the H button, you can ring the little horn on it. Beep beep. Watch out, here comes the danger. Whoops, I'm fine. Besides this, we've got a couple of new other vehicles, including the squad bike, which looks super cool. Unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be an option to sit on the back seat. I don't know why, but I really like the first person view of this. It feels pretty fast and kinda hard to control. Like, it's not got a very good grip of the road. Next we've got this marvelous and glamorous new lowrider, and it's a pretty long car. It's not particularly fast. You can make this car jump. Is this Gorebox or is this Rocket League? You can even make it jump from one side or the other. Now if you come to the character customization screen, you can see that it's been altered. Instead of spawning in an individual piece of clothing and then equipping it, you can now equip items to your character directly from the character customization screen itself. And you can even equip multiple items at the same time. As I showed you guys earlier, we now have nose customization. And there's several new shirt colors as well, and some of these saturated ones even appear to be glowing to a certain extent. And you can even change your shoe color as of right now. And now apparently some of these static props now have openable doors. So I guess that wasn't a thing before. The next thing I want to show you guys is the teleporter. So I spawned one teleporter prop right here in the back of G-Dev's hotel, and I'm gonna spawn the other one right here at the top of the Legacy Tower. And if I jump on it, it transported me up here, which is pretty cool. Now if I choose to die right now, I get a little third person cam to show myself being killed. But if I go to the settings and choose first person death, when I die right now, woohoo! I can see myself dying in first person, so that's pretty cool. Now we've got a change in some of the designs of the entities, and I will do a comparison in another video soon. Next, the sea map has been drastically improved. Instead of just being a long platform embedded into the seabed, we've got some rocks which actually hold up the platform now. There's even a couple of palm trees, and we've even got a little bit of a dock right here. It's nice to jump off of. We've got some boys here and there. Where the girls at though? And some rocks dot the underwater landscape. And also the seabed gets lower and lower as you move away from the center platform of the map. This is kinda spooky, I'm not gonna lie. And we've also got this Viking helmet now. Was this always there? I never noticed it earlier. So the first thing you'll notice is that the map icons have been changed. Legacy, F2 square, planes, and the sea map icons all look updated now. So the first major update is to the sea map. So as you can see earlier, it was just a large platform that was just jutting out of the seabed. But now the platform lays upon a bed of rocks and it's got a nice little wooden border. It's got a couple of palm trees, a pretty little dock. There's some underwater rocks. There's some buoys. Oh, they're even a little bit lit up at night. And as you go away from the center platform of the map, you'll notice that the seabed gets lower and lower, just like how you'd find it to be in real life, I suppose. The next major change comes to the plains map. As you can see, the platform has been changed a little bit. We've got this nice little border, and it's even got a slight edge to it. And in the background of this map, we've got a whole bunch of beautiful trees. And it will take you quite a while to reach to the end of them. So there are a bunch of PNG trees laying down upon a bunch of, well, more PNG trees and rocks. So yeah, I really like the luscious look of the background of this map. I'm in the legacy map, and as you can see, it also has got the same background. Very beautiful. Amongst the new vehicles, we've got the quad bike. We've got the beautiful looking lowrider, and you can make it bounce on one side or on the other side. Or you can even make it jump entirely. So that's pretty cool. Ow, whoa. The next new vehicle is the road roller, and it's very slow, but I believe it should be very powerful. It steers from the rear wheels, and it's absolutely great for running over ragdolls. I'm sure they'd disagree though. Next up, we've got 7 new whimsical vehicles, which include this wheelchair. It's even got a little horn attached to it. This drivable couch. This way, you can be a couch potato and still go outdoors. Next, we've got this drivable toilet. It's very top heavy and thereby a bit difficult to steer, and you can go poo poo and vroom vroom at the same time with it. Next, we've got what I believe is known as a dashing car. I used to never really understand how to drive one of these as a kid. If they ever bring multiplayer back, it would be fun to dash into other players with this. Next, we've got this tiny little drivable toy car. You know, I always wanted one of these as a kid. Thank you F2 Games for helping me realize my childhood fantasies as an adult. Next, we've got a drivable bathtub. The horn of this vehicle is actually a fart sound. It would have been better if it was a squeaky duck. Next, we've got this drivable ball. Oh, the horn of this is also a fart sound actually. And I'm going bowling in this vehicle. It's gonna be a knockout, guys. Wait, it's actually called a strike and not a knockout, but my victims can't really correct me anymore. Now, considering that this is the April Fool's update, I'm assuming that these vehicles will be removed by the time the next update comes around, or by the time the month of April is over. Hopefully they will be spawnable through a special command, or even more hopefully they'll just keep them in the game. They are really cool vehicles. Now the next major update are these new wrecked vehicles, and some of these wrecks are of vehicles we already have in the game, like this van or this sedan and the Humvee. But some of these wrecks are vehicles that we don't have in the game as of yet, like this one right here and the city bus. So I'm going to assume that these two vehicles are going to be added at some point in the future updates. We've also got this wreck of a large airplane, and GDev did mention that he is going to bring airplanes into the game in the future. And since the cockpit is somewhat well detailed, I wouldn't be surprised if this plane comes into the game in the future. We've also got a few spawnable wheels in the game now, and you can even kick them around, and I assume that you'll even be able to use them for the creation of contraptions. Now for the new weapons, first up we've got the grenade launcher, and it's pretty cool, although I'm sure that guy would disagree with me. Next we've got the UMP-45. It's a light submachine gun. Then we've got the combat knife. It's pretty cool, isn't it? Next we've got the hammer. It was already available in the game earlier, but now it's accessible from the weapons tab. Next we've got the worst fists, and I assume that this is a reward for beating the worst curse boss, and it's super duper powerful. Next, the Reality Crusher version 2 has 3 new modes including Ignite, which allows you to set Codolls and other items on fire. Why isn't the fire hurting them though? Dude, do you even care that you're lit on fire? Oh, he does. Ouch, I'm dying as well. Next you've got the invulnerability mode for a fizz gun, and if you use it on a Godoll, he's gonna be completely immune to your attacks. So yeah, this is pretty cool. Next we've got the interface mode for the fizz gun, but I'm not really sure what it does as of right now. Next, the icons for all of the spawnable Godolls have been changed. They look a lot more better now. And we've got a couple of new NPCs. So the Fallen Soldier has now been replaced, I'm assuming at least temporarily, by the Tumble Trooper. Let's spawn him in.
What's up, bastard? You must fucking die! Come out and face me, man!
Okay, he looks super weird but kinda cool at the same time, and he's got some interesting voice lines. Time to die! The next new NPC is called Dead Soto Gary, and as you can tell from the little image itself, it's a reference to a short YouTube video. If anyone has a link to it, please link it down in the description. And it's just a dead ragdoll with a banner of Gary Soto's mask attached to it, and it's even missing his right arm for some reason. Next we've got a new Easter egg. So if you come to the Afterglow map, you should come to these containers right here and no clip in between them to activate this little old version of the Reality Crusher. It takes a few seconds and it transports you to the House of Lament. It's all foggy and dark around here. There's a lot of water. And at the center of this area there's this tiny little island, and it's got this large house which isn't enterable as of right now. I wonder if this is just an Easter egg or if this is the location of the next boss battle in Gorebox. This island is also surrounded by these large and pointy stone pillars. Now once you're on this map though, you can't really exit it, so the only way to go back is to quit Gorebox altogether. Now we've also got some extra weapons that haven't officially been added into the game as of yet. For the first one you have to type in /give VSSK and you get this pretty badass sniper rifle. I'm gonna have fun comparing this to the other sniper rifles in the game. For the next secret weapon you want to type in /give MR27 and you've got this new shotgun and it's pretty powerful. Wow. Next you want to type in /give M202 and you get what is sort of like an RPG launcher, and as you can see the animations aren't all done yet, and I assume when they do that it will be officially added into the game. Next we've got numerous new entities added to the game, and some of the old ones have been redesigned and they look a lot better now, as you can see right here. So amongst the new entities we've got the piston right here, which I haven't figured out how to work as of yet. We've got the propeller, and if you activate it, it just goes bye bye. Then we've got the circular saw, and that's gotta hurt, right? Next we've got several new emitters, including the fire emitter, the smoke particle emitter, the plasma particle emitter, the neutron particles emitter, the acid particles emitter, the shadow particles emitter, and finally the heavy shadow particles emitter. Oh yeah, and we've also got this new teleporter. I've set one here on this roof, and I've set the other one on that control tower right there. So if I simply stand on it, it's gonna teleport me all the way there. And if I keep standing on it, it'll just take me back and forth. So pretty cool object. So first up, some of the weapons are now customizable, and I've covered that in this video right here. Next, by choosing the character customization screen, you can now equip accessories directly from in here itself. And what's pretty cool is that you can now wear up to 5 accessories on your face at the same time. I mean, I know I'm ugly game, you don't have to drive it in so hard. Now when it comes to shoes, you can wear regular shoes or you can even equip some boots. And you can even change their colors. I've talked about the addition of nose styles earlier, and I've also talked about the new saturated shirt colors earlier as well. Now after you destroy the destructible tower, you can now go to cleanup and select the repair towers option for it to be reconstructed all over again. Now what if I destroy these towers and then just place a whole bunch of Godals on top of them? What happens to them when I reconstruct a tower? I wonder. Heck, I'm gonna stand right alongside them to see what happens to me as well. You all ready for this? I don't think they are actually. Oh, they all just fall down, I guess. Oh, some of them are stuck in the... Ouch. Get out of here, man. Some of them are stuck right in the floor though, and they seem to be dying as of right now. Ew! Ew! Ah, C is definitely not having a good time right now. Next, we've got a few little additions on certain maps which I'm going to go through right now. So the first change is on the legacy map, and one of my subscribers actually told me about this. So you want to go to this hangar right here, and they've added this little door with a warning sign on top of it, and you unfortunately cannot open it. This next addition I myself have found. So you want to go to GDev's hotel, into the secret basement under it, and into cell block A, and you've got this little icon in the bottom left corner of it. So it is an Easter egg, but I'm not sure if it's a reference to someone on the F2 Games team or a YouTuber or something like that. Now, I've talked about the new background on the legacy map already, but we've also got a new background on the Pit Valley map as well. The next change I found is on the Sanctuary map, and if you come up this cliff right here, you'll now find that a default spawned quad bike will appear right here, just like the default spawned car on the legacy map. Woohoo! Now on the conspiracy map, we've actually got numerous changes, including the beautiful new background. And for the next change, you want to enable time speed at 1%, keep waiting, and when you see a helicopter flying by, press the slow motion button, and I've gotten nice and close to it as of right now. It just flies by across the map, and it doesn't really have a pilot flying it, so it's just a ghost helicopter, I suppose. And I assume it's going to be added into the game soon. It seems to be really well detailed from the interior as well. Now for the next change, you want to go into this tiny little cabin right here. And I somehow completely missed this earlier. So you've got an ashtray, a machine gun, and Gary Soto's mask. Now in this beta version of the game, at least this mask isn't interactable with. But in version 15.15 of the game, it actually is interactable. And once you activate it and exit the cabin, Gary Soto will immediately start shooting at you. Youch. Now during this battle you can only spawn in weapons, none of which I can equip as of right now because of my stupid hand. I'm going to use the sniper rifle to take him out. There we go. And yeah, he's dead. You can even delete him if you want. Now we're in the Afterglow map, and I've already shown you the Easter egg that you can activate by clicking on this little fizz gun right here. And this map too has got some background changes. Next, the F2 Square map too has got a background change. And something I should have mentioned a long time ago is this wrecked vehicle right here, and by looking at it I can only assume that it will probably be a spawnable vehicle sometime in the future. The Polar 6 map now has a gate which blocks you from exiting the area, although if you turn around while standing next to it, it sort of glitches out and you can see what's happening outside. Now I assume that there's a switch somewhere around here to open this gate, but I was unable to find it. And for the next change in this map, instead of just being empty, the top of the tower now has a control room. And you can even sit here and pretend to work, just like me. I tried to get off the chair but I died for some reason. There's even this large radio antenna on top of the tower now. Now this next change has also been around since version 15.15 at least, and it's this little canoe here in the Reminiscence map, and I can only assume that it will be added in a future update of the game. So yeah, I'm kinda looking forward to that. The next changes are in the facility map, and when you launch it, you wanna quickly enter the options menu, select the time shift and set it to 1%, then enable time shift, and quickly fly in this direction right here behind the map. And I've restarted the map and I'm going in that direction now after enabling the time shift. And if you follow this little line right here, you'll find this fighter jet at the end of it. As you can see, there's an armored Godol flying it, and his landing wheels are out for some reason. I'm assuming he's going to land somewhere on a landing strip not far away from here. And yeah, after looking at this, I can only assume that this is a vehicle that will be added into the game soon enough. But the game is going to need a much bigger map because none of the maps in the game as of right now are suitable for flying around in. The next change in this map is the background. Instead of being a little bit of light grayish, it's now blood moon reddish. And now across the exteriors of the map, you'll also see a light fog, which appears to be a bit reddish. Although it might actually be grey, I'm not really sure. And if you stand right in front of the entrance, you'll also get this ominous atmospheric ambient sound effects. Now I've already shown you guys the slight changes that have come to the sea map, but I also want to show you guys a new glitch that I found. So if you enter a car and drive it into any body of water that is deep enough in Gorebox, and then you enter third person mode, you can then exit the vehicle and swim around or even no clip and see the entirety of the underwater area in a clear and distinct view. If you were to enter the water otherwise, it would appear all blurry and bluish and dark. Now for the next change, the Shadow Mutant has an apparently updated look as of right now, and if you look very carefully, you'll notice that the new one has lost its beard, its underwear that it was wearing for some reason, and it's even got sharp claws now, unlike earlier. I didn't really notice the difference between the old and the new mutant, although my subscriber Enderdoge did notice something different with their eyes. However, the female Godol has got just slightly wider hips, I suppose. Next, the look of burnt Godols and players has been changed, and with the burnt corpses, once again I didn't really notice any difference. Next, the new hammer tool actually swings faster and will even repair items faster with a higher repair value per hit. Although I guess this piece of junk is beyond repair. What about this one though? Yeah, that got repaired in just a few hits, I suppose. Time to ride into the sunset. Next, we've got new third-person animations for holding certain weapons like the kitchen knife, machete and hammer. This is how it used to look like earlier. This is how it looks like right now. And the name for the Samurosal apparently means Samo equals to automatic and Sral equals to poop. So it's a Russian name apparently. And the House of Lament is apparently a reference to an old Easter egg when you went under the legacy map and you just found that house right there. Next, the spherical car apparently has wheels that lower and raise when you press the lowrider buttons. So let's try that out right now, shall we? Oops, it just tipped over when I put the brakes. Okay, let's try that again. Let's slowly accelerate and yep, I've lowered my wheels and there we go, we're just rolling around now. Oops. Well, that's one way to get motion sickness. Next, some of these new vehicles seem to be from a game called Wreckfest, and I checked it out online, and yes, at least every dad's dream and Boing Boing do in fact take inspiration from the vehicles in Wreckfest. Next, someone said that they think that the roller needs to flatten cars. So I spawned in a few lowriders, reduced their size a bit. So let's see if the road roller can smash all of these. Here we go. Nope, it just drove straight over them. They didn't get smashed at all. You know, if Hulk was driving this road roller and he went all Hulk smash, yeah, he'd be like super duper disappointed, dude. Now the next thing I want to talk about is actually a new way to beat the Observer boss. Don't worry, I'm not gonna tell GDev about this. So what you want to do is come to the Legacy Tower and give this little Godol right here invulnerability mode. Then we simply activate the boss fight, and now you'll notice that instead of coming to attack you, the Observer is right there on top of the tower itself. And unless you get too close to him, he'll be busy obliterating that default spawn Godol instead of attacking you, which will leave you free to go around the map and grab all of the blueprints. Now with that being said, to make this work as effectively as possible, you'll probably want to move the default spawn Godol into an area of the map where you're less likely to run into the Observer. Or as I've shown you in this video right here, you can just lock this Godol in one of the rooms below the hotel itself, where the Observer can't get to him. Just make sure he's actually alive when you do that though, not dead like mine little fella right here. Why is no one talking about the horn of the drivable couch? Well, here I am talking about it right now. Okay, that's a cute little horn. There are some new blood decals, and what you'll notice is that the newer version has slightly more thicker and perhaps you could say more coagulated blood compared to the older version. Dead Gary Soto actually attacks you if you attack it enough times. Okay, so here's Dead Soto Gary. Let me just punch him a little bit and see what happens. Ouch! Wait, he's damaging me. How's he doing that? He's not even moving a single muscle. Ow! Dude, stop! And the Tumble Trooper is fragile as hell, and it can be killed with a single punch. Now I'm gonna set myself to Invincible and spawn in the Tumble Trooper, and let's see if I can kill him with just a single punch. Come here, you! Okay, not a single punch, but if he dies like this with just a few punches, then he absolutely is fragile as hell, I suppose. You can escape. Yes, after activating this Easter egg on the Afterglow map, once you arrive at this house, you'll be unable to make it to the main menu. But you will be able to escape from here by typing in /where are you. You'll then be transported to the Worst Curse boss battle, which seems to have a new background, I think. Now from here, of course, you can return to the main menu if you want. Now apparently you can get the smoker guy in the main menu of the game by long pressing the Gorebox title on the top right. It's actually on the top left, but let's try that. Let's see what happens. I'm holding on to it. And oh, there he is. So for those of you guys who don't know about him, he's an invincible ragdoll which spawns out of one of the presents in the game. Now my subscriber Ender Doge mentioned that Gabocto next spots no longer spawn in the Worst Curse fights, instead it's the sadder mutants now. Next, when you launch Gorebox after installing it for the first time and you enter certain names, you get these little Easter eggs, or at least these are the name related Easter eggs that I could find, along with some help from my subscribers. I'm sure there are more out there though. And this is what you get when you enter my name.
I'm not crazy.
Oh, okay, in hindsight, maybe I am a little bit, actually. Thank you very much to the F2 Games team for turning me into an Easter egg. It's an honor. Next, when you launch the game, you get an option to press spacebar to toggle safe mode and thereby disable mods and then launch a game in case any harmful mods are causing the game to crash or something like that. Next, we have this new NPC known as the Crash Dummy, and if you spawn him in, he'll just fall down on the floor, and he's much more reminiscent of a ragdoll from Gmod because he's not alive. He's just like a literal doll. Gorebox property? What happens if you just punch him? Okay, nothing seems to be happening. You can see when you shoot him that his skin turns a little bit orange, and when you light him on fire, well, it turns out he's fireproof. Very cool. Also wanted to mention that Dead Soto Gary and the Tumble Trooper are now in the Fun and Miscellaneous NPCs tab. And the fallen soldier has made his way back into the aggressive tab. Just make sure you defeat the worst curse to unlock both of these guys right here. The advanced graphics settings have now changed, and the game will tell you that the settings marked in red will actually have the greatest impact on performance. So if you're lagging and crashing a lot, try disabling some of the dark red settings. If that doesn't work, then try disabling even some of the light red settings. And if even that doesn't work, try disabling some of the white settings. And if even that doesn't work, or no, but here we can see how the House of Lament used to look at one point in the past, and then even sometime in the future. I noticed this on Jared on the Edges channel. So the first minor change has actually come to multiplayer, and when you click on multiplayer now, you'll get a choice to choose between server types. So first off, we've got the official servers, and these are of course run by the F2 Games team themselves. They're still obviously in early testing. They are permanent, which means they'll never really go offline at any point of time unless we're talking about maintenance or that kind of stuff. They will be subject to certain themes and events. So since Easter is coming up, I hope there'll be like a Easter egg hunt or something like that. And they are hostless. So that means there's not going to be a host for the server who's going to be able to boss you around or kick you out of the server if you don't follow their specific rules. And secondly, of course, we've got the community run servers, which are run by the players themselves. The rules which they'll follow are of course imposed by the hosts themselves, and they're only temporary. We do have 2 official servers running as of right now, and they're set in the Legacy and Conspiracy map, and they're both meant for hanging out, which means meeting people and just chatting, and then just killing them and disconnecting after you're done with chatting with them. So at the time of recording this video, there's no one really playing as of right now. And also when you play on these servers, items will randomly spawn on the map, and sometimes threats will appear as well. So I've been waiting since dusk till dawn, but nothing new has really spawned in for me, so that's a bit disappointing. And something to note about these official hangout servers is that you can't really spawn anything in here by yourself. So as of right now, all we've got is the hangout servers, but in the future we will have the Unkoha game mode, the Last Stand game mode, Team PvP game mode, Parkour game mode, and even unarmed fighting competitions. I've talked more about that in this little video right here. Now some players have been complaining about going to play multiplayer and just finding an empty list of servers instead. Now it could be due to a variety of reasons, but it may also be possible that hackers are actually causing this. So I went onto this Telegram channel called Gorebox News, and I found a screenshot where someone mentioned that hackers can now just delete the multiplayer server list altogether, and GDev apparently said that there's nothing they can really do about it. He blamed the Photon multiplayer service for not providing better built-in security. So hopefully hackers won't be able to affect the official F2 Games servers. Next we've got improved PvP mode, but since nobody is online I can't really test it out. Next we've got some UI changes, which I'm going to show you a slideshow of right now. Now this of course is not going to be all that 15.17 has to offer. There's a lot more, including what Gabza has talked about right here. And the update will mostly focus on the go and look of Go dolls. Now even though we're already on 15.17, I want to talk about more stuff that you may have missed in 15.16. First up are the changes to the Legacy Tower. So I'm currently in version 15.15, and if you looked at the Legacy Tower from this side, well, it looks like this. But in 15.16, they've added yet another door which you can't really open. So hopefully we'll be able to enter the Legacy Tower soon. And they've also re-added this ladder which used to be present in the older versions of the game. Next, someone told me this fact about the Tumble Trooper. So let me check that out.
You must fucking die!
Next, there are some new logos for the vehicles. We've got the Chaos logo on the hood of the Humvee and the same logo on the back of the military truck. Okay guys, so in 15.17 we've got a slight update to the House of Lament. So once you activate this fizz gun right here in the Afterglow map and you click on escape, instead of getting the you can't escape option in the bottom left, it becomes a give up option instead. And here, instead of getting the creator mode toggle, you get an imitation toggle instead. And if you click on it and then you press escape again, you get this little clickable button which says right choice. And if you click on it, it takes you back to the main menu, allowing you to leave the House of Lament. Now, according to the Gorebox lore, it has been confirmed that every player is a clone or a variant of Phil Timsky. So I'm guessing that the House of Lament will be a future boss battle against Phil Timsky, and we as a clone fight the original version of us. Now, by exploring the in-game files, one of my subscribers did mention that the boss fight will in fact be with Phil Timsky. So let's see. Next, if you press the horn of the couch car, flames will in fact come out of its exhaust system. I didn't really notice this earlier. I think someone else was trying to tell me about it as well. What if I point the exhaust at this Godol, freeze the car in place, and then press the horn? Unfortunately he didn't light on fire. Hey, I'm kinda looking cash money though. Next, for Android players that are still having the black screen bug, you can fix it by disabling the render hands option apparently. Next, we have a glitch that has apparently been in the game for a long time. So if you turn off infinite stamina and go for a dive, you will very slowly run out of breath, which will damage your health, and it is something that will eventually kill you. But if you dance underwater, your breath meter will refill by itself. Imagine all of those divers spending like hundreds of $1,000s on diving equipment when you could just twerk underwater instead all along. Now, this is what certain pieces of default armor look like in version 16 of the game, and this is what they happen to look like in version 17 of the game. This is what they look like when equipped in version 16, and this is what they look like while equipped in version 17. Now, prior to 15.17, this is what the spotlight prop looked like. It would change color and rotate around by itself. But now in 15.17, we have two spotlight props. The one carried over from the previous version is now called the party spotlight, and if I'm not wrong, it appears to be a little bit brighter now. And the new spotlight we've got is now just called spotlight, and it just shines in one direction now. So that's pretty cool. Next, this is what the F2 square looks like in version 15.16, and this is what it looks like in version 15.17. If you pay attention, you'll notice a slight brownish haze across the map. The atmosphere overall feels a bit more calmer and warmer, I should say. Next, the Sut gate of Polar 6 has now been opened again, and if you go in the top right corner of the map, you'll find the snowman just jetting out of the snow right here, although you can't interact with him like a regular snowman. This is what the docks look like in the Reminiscence map in 15.16, and this is what they look like in 15.17. So what you'll notice is that the textures have now improved. This is what the observation chamber in the facility map in 15.16 looks like, and this is what it looks like in 15.17. So this little grate has opened, and we've got some smoke or darkness particles emitting from inside it. So hopefully one day a potential boss battle will appear here, you never know. This is what the underneath of the sea map looks like in 15.16, and this is what it looks like in 15.17. So we've got a lot of grass or seaweed growing on the seabed now. You can even notice it while flying around above water. Now here we are in 15.16 for mobile, and if you check out the social menu, you'll find this multiplayer tickets option, and if you click on it, it will tell you that you now need tickets to play multiplayer for mobile, and you acquire tickets by watching an ad, and each ticket gives you 15 minutes of online playtime. Now these new multiplayer tickets are actually stackable. So that means if you have one ticket, you can play for 15 minutes. But if you have 4 tickets, you can play for a total of 1 hour without having to disconnect and reconnect again. I know some people are not going to be very happy with this, but then again, like pretty much every other mobile game out there, F2 games also needs to make money, so it's understandable. It's a free game after all. Now, as we can see from this post here by Adnan Rocks, we've got this new creature added into the game, and in the Gorebox News Telegram channel, I found out that he just spawns in random locations sometimes, and this character is actually inspired by one of Adnan Rock's shots itself. which you can click right here to watch. Now I spent some time myself looking around for this entity on the sea map, and I was able to find him just standing there by utilizing the underwater glitch. And as you can see, he's a pretty tall boy. Should be playing in the NBA instead of just standing in the sea over here. And then when I got a bit close to him, the lights just suddenly went off. And that was actually spooky to me in real life. But as I went back and forth, near and away from him, the lights just kept going on and off by themselves. I don't really know why. I thought that was a bit funny though. I tried touching him, but it seemed that he was unable to harm me. Then I tried shooting him, and it turned out that I was unable to harm him as well. I tried putting a van through him, but nothing. It didn't seem to affect him at all. So first up, under the face option of the character customization tab, we've got a couple of new noses, but they don't seem to apply to my character when I click on them. Of course, this is the beta version, so maybe that's why. And now we've got some new mustache options, including some tame ones like these, and then some rather crazy ones like these. My mustache is sad, now it's happy, now it's sad again. Now it's happy again. And you've even got this super long one. And the beard options go even crazier, looking like Santa has never been easier in Gorebox. This is the old UI for the stats and achievements, and this is the new UI for the stats and achievements. Next, in the map select screen, you can of course create a map by choosing this option right here. And what we've got right here is Map CG version 4.1, and this is what the map creator looks like right now. And so yeah, you can spawn in stuff and give it certain characteristics, change its size and stuff like that. Now the user interface of the new version of the map constructor has changed just a little bit. Here's another image of what it looked like in 15.16, and here's how it looks like in 15.17. Now in 15.16 you've got the create map and manage option, with the manage option of course allowing you to check on your mods and stuff like that. But in 15.17 you've got the create map option and the create map option yet again. And if I click on the second option, it transports me to this weird place where I'm on a platform and there's all these red pixels coming out of the ground, and I'm surrounded by this red border. I no-clipped under the map, and yeah, there's nothing really special down here, but this area as a whole looks really cool. There's no music or anything of that sort playing around here. I don't know what this secret area is, but it's pretty cool that it exists. Also, something that I noticed is that since the April Fool's update, the names of the miscellaneous vehicles have been updated. Next, under the neutral tab, we've got two new NPCs. The first one is the Desert Breacher.
Hey, what's up?
And I really love the design work they've done for his body armor. He comes equipped with a Sparse 12 shotgun and he looks really cool. The next NPC is the Desert Forces Soldier. He comes equipped with an M16 rifle instead. And unlike the Desert Breacher, his gas mask is kinda small or maybe even non-existent, I'm not really sure. I wanna see how many bullets it takes to kill him with the AA-12. So that was about 10 bullets, so he's pretty tough. Is it the same for the Desert Breacher? Yep. Now in 15.16 we've got the Chaos Soldier and the Fallen Soldier. But now in 15.17 we've got the Chaos Soldier and the Chaos Commander. This is what the Fallen Soldier looks like from the front, and this is what his replacement, the Chaos Commander, looks like from the front. This is what the Fallen Soldier looks like from the back. He's got an M249 machine gun equipped. This is what the Chaos Commander looks like from the back. He's got an M249 and a PKM equipped. And he's even got this sort of a backpack equipped. I'm not really sure what that does. They both continue to be pretty tall though. I'm gonna set myself to invincible and I'm gonna spawn in this Chaos Commander. Now I tried killing him with the M16 and it actually ended up taking quite a while. But it actually took quite a while to kill the Fallen Soldier with the same weapon as well. Next, this is what the mutant icon looks like in 15.16, And this is what it looks like in 15.17. So as you can see, it's been updated. Oh, he even spawned in with a little Usanka, I believe it's called. Oh, and another one spawned in with a little red hat. And another one spawned in with a cowboy hat. And some bloody tears. So yes, every time you spawn in a Godol, you have a chance of getting some random accessories being spawned onto them as well. Now we've got 12 music discs in 15.16, and all of them can of course be played on the gramophone. Now in 15.17 there's actually been 15 new music discs been added, including the radio disc which you had to access in a car earlier. Now you can just spawn them in directly. Now this is what it looks like when you spawn in a taxi in version 15.16, and this is what it looks like in version 15.17. So instead of just yellow, we've got red, grey and green as well now. This is what the police car looks like in version 15.16, and this is what it looks like in version 15.17. So besides the regular white, we've also got orange, blue and black. And the black one, I gotta say, looks super cool. It's my favorite amongst these. Next, we've got two new weapons, which include the VSS Vintorez, which looks like this. It is an assault rifle, and we've also got the Barrett M81, which is a sniper rifle which looks like this. Now I wanna kill some Godols with these and just test these weapons out. Okay, so that feels kinda powerful, not gonna lie. Now let's try out the Barrett M81. Ouch. I'm sorry, bro. Oh. Just a second. Oh, I was searching for his face to apologize to it, but it's completely obliterated. Now there is something that Gobza suggested that I should mention to you guys, and it's that the Barrett M81 does not actually exist in real life. In real life, what you'd find instead would be the Barrett M82, and this rifle is actually a short recoil semi-automatic sniper rifle, whereas the M81 is a bolt action sniper rifle and it's weaker than the M82. And it was just made for the game by Gobza for balancing issues. I'm guessing the M82 was way too powerful for the game. So I'm in 15.16, I have a deagle equipped. I'm gonna allow these mutants to attack me for a second. Now as you can see, I've got one hand broken and they dropped my gun. I'm gonna turn on ignored by AI. And I'm gonna try and grab my gun again, and while I was able to grab it, I was unable to equip it in my hand right here. Now I'm in 15.17 and I'm gonna do basically the same thing. And as you can see, this time the gun didn't fall out of my hand and I was able to still hold it in my okay hand, well, until I fainted from the overwhelming pain. So that's a new change in 15.17. Now I'm in 15.16. I've got a deagle equipped, and if I enable drive-by mode, I can't really steer the car, but I can aim my gun and shoot Godols with it. Now I'm in 15.17, and if I enable drive-by mode this time, I can actually steer my car as well and shoot Godols along the way. So that's something that's improved with this update. Now in 15.16, the Godols are supposed to have all the exact same height, but in 15.17 there's supposed to be a bit of a height variation apparently. And yeah, I guess it might be subtle, but if you notice carefully, you will notice a slight height difference between the Godols. Okay guys, so here I am in version 15.17.3 of Gorebox, and I'm just flying around the map, and there's nothing particularly new to see, I guess. But if I do the same in 15.17.4, you'll see that there's a slight dust storm in the entirety of the Desert Bridge map. The visibility of the entire map has been kind of reduced now. Now this is the beta version, so there are some bugs that need to be fixed, including the fact that the dust storm even comes indoors, even though all of the doors are shut, and the dust storm appears underwater as well, and underground as well, although we're not really supposed to be here anyway, so this one is fine. The next thing about this map is that FT Games has been adding more default spawn cars to their map, including this Humvee in this hangar right here next to the radio tower. Now the Humvee, as we know, has the chaos flag on its bonnet. And if I'm not wrong, those are actually the bad guys in this game. So that means that the desert bridge map is built by the bad faction of the game, although the desert breacher and the desert forces come under the neutral faction of Godal, so I'm kind of confused here. Now here we are in 15.16 and this is what the logo of the Polar 6 map looks like. And now in 15.17 this is what it looks like instead. So it's a lot more higher quality of a logo. Now here I am in 15.16 of the facility map overlooking this chamber. And if you go to this door on the right over here, we've got some default spawned ammo boxes, weapons, medkits, and pills and other minor stuff like that. Now in 15.17, these things have been updated to reflect the updates of the game. The ammo boxes have their looks updated now. We have a sniper rifle here, there's more medkits and even a cigarette packet, and yeah, more guns overall to equip from here. Now in 15.16, when you enter a lobby and go on the left, you'll be greeted by this poster of the Polar 6 map. But in 15.17, if you do the same, you'll be greeted by a poster of the F2 square map instead. So I don't know why that is, but I find that to be interesting. Now I'm ascending the tower of the pillars map in 15.16. And this is what the tree and the grass looks like right here. And also this is what the default spawned armor looks like. Now in 15.17 you can see that the tree and the grass has turned white for some reason, but I guess it really fits the aesthetics of the pillars map now. And the default spawned armor has been updated here, it looks a little bit better. And as I've already mentioned to you guys, this armor that you see right here has been updated in the latest version of the game. So now I'm in version 15.15 and here's another minor change that I failed to notice earlier. So if you enter this main tower right here, and if you look on the left, well, there's nothing here. But in version 15.16 onwards, if you look right here, you've got this little blurry text, and what it reads, I believe, is /where are you? And this is of course the command to activate the boss fight. And what I think this right here reads is fill, but it's very blurry so I can't really tell. So first of all, we've got something massive which is actually supposed to be for the logs right here in the legacy tower, and it's this shredder right here. Here's a go doll for skill. Hey, where are you going? I was using you for scale. Now something interesting to note about the shredder is that in the future it's going to be inside the remastered version of the legacy tower, and since I can't really grab any logs and throw it inside them, we're going to have to use little Johnny to experiment with the shredder instead. This isn't really going to hurt, okay? Well, not me at least. Ouch. Okay, we've got his remains that have come down the shredder. You know what, guys? I wanna know what it feels like to go down the shredder myself. Hashtag Yauchi. Okay, it's fun to put down Godals in the shredder, but what about a vehicle instead? Down you go, little buddy. It's gonna blow. It's gonna blow. Okay, so blew. Now while it did manage to damage the car, it isn't really able to ingest it properly. Maybe we'll try it with something smaller like this limo instead. This is gonna blow! Nothing much happening here either. What if we just stick a couch in there? Nope, unfortunately the physics aren't all there yet. But it seems like I can sit on the couch. Couch! More like ouch. Am I right? Am I right, fellas? Don't worry, guys. I'll punish this random Godal for that pun. I found this tire just randomly losing its mind over here. I guess it belonged to that car from earlier. Okay, that's enough of the shredder. Now in the older version, you had this little combat knife right here. But in the newer version, we have this trench knife instead. Although the image in the spawn menu hasn't been properly updated, and nor has the third person view. Like, it looks like a regular combat knife right now. And what's wrong with my wrist? Bro, that's not even carpal tunnel. That's straight up carpal valley syndrome right there. But yeah, in first person view, I seem to carry the knife in a downward angle, and it's time to test out the weapon. Ouch! Okay, that was a lot more harsher than I thought it would be. But don't worry you guys, this trench knife is going to be fixed by version 15.18 of the game. Okay, now here I am at the map select screen, and besides the create a map option right here, we've also got the testing grounds option. And if you enter it, you've got this beautiful looking map right here. It's supposed to be a testing grounds of sort, I believe, for modders and stuff like that. And overall, it's extremely similar to the Void map, except it's got borders that will prevent you from falling over the edge, and you can't really use it for limitless building like the Void map. Okay, now I've got this ordinary AK-47. It's got about 30 bullets, and now we've got a new skin. So what you want to do is type in /set skin surge and press enter, and we've got this new skin, and it appears to be a mostly black skin with a slightly bluish tint, and the number of bullets for this gun have now gone up from 30 to 51, and it feels like it has a super fast fire rate as well. I'm gonna experiment with this in the future soon. Next, we've got an officer NPC right here, and this is what he looks like. But in the newer version of the game, this is what he's going to look like instead. So he looks a lot more smarter now, I should say. Isn't that right, buddy? And the same is also true for the corrupt Godal. Hey! Stop it! Stop it! This is just a showcase. You don't have to be violent. Calm down. I got hands too, you know? Screw you, man. Die! 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 And this is what the corrupt officer looks like in the new version of the game. Ow! I like their white armor and the fact that they've got a different badge now. I wonder what he's packing in those little fanny packs of his. Did your mom pack you some jelly beans in there or something for lunch? Answer me! Something else about these officers is that they will now spawn in with random pistols. Like this guy's got the Glock right here. This guy's got the Beretta. Here's someone with the M1911. See, I said his name right this time, guys. Are you happy now? Are you happy? Huh? Is that what you wanted? Okay, so you guys noticed how that one Godal walked away while I spawned him next to the shredder earlier? Well, now I am in a slightly earlier version of Gorebox, and we've got the Godals option right here, which is going to be removed in the latest version of the game. And the types of Godals that you spawned in here would basically just stand around. They would react to you hitting them, but they wouldn't fight back or even walk around and stuff like that. So now any random Godal that you spawn is going to walk around and stuff, and they will even react to you hitting them and fight back. Get out of here. But you can still spawn in this regular dumb Godal if you want. All you have to do is click on this disable AI button right here, and any Godal that you spawn in now is not going to walk around or fight back after you start punching him. Pussy. So apparently the static Godals have been removed for size reduction of the game. So now what I can do is I can spawn in the Chaos Commander, for example, who's gonna attack me. Then I can select disable AI and then spawn in another Chaos Commander, and this guy isn't gonna attack me at all. So this wasn't really doable earlier with only the ignored by AI option. Next I've got the L115A3 here. It's got a little scope on it, and now you can even turn the scope off and spawn it in, and this is what it looks like. And I can't even zoom in using this weapon without the scope. Okay, to show you guys the next update, I'm going to go into settings, graphics, then I'm going to scroll down until I find volumetric grass and make sure that's enabled. So here I am in an older version of Gorebox, and I'm gonna turn the engine of my helicopter on, and I'm just gonna fly close to the grass. And as you can see, despite how fast the rotor is spinning, the grass isn't really affected like at all. But now I'm in the latest version of Gorebox, and as you can see, while the rotor is spinning, the grass is quite affected by the breeze. Also, I've updated my fashion sense along with this update, don't mind me. I wanted to be a bit more true to my inner self, okay? Don't judge! Next, the user interface of the weapon selections menu has been changed. So this punch right here obviously signifies that it's a melee weapon. This little icon next to the worst punch weapon signifies it's a special weapon, I guess. For the light weapons, we've got feathers to indicate that they are light weapons. And for the heavy weapons, we've we've got this iron weight to signify that they're heavy weapons. This is what the explosive barrel looks like in the old version, and this is what it looks like in the new version. Now when you click on the multiplayer section and choose the official servers, besides just a regular legacy and conspiracy hangouts, we've also got the desert hangout now, and I've joined in and it tells me that this is a dead server. Ignore the icated part because there's absolutely no one else playing over here. Hello guys, I'm all alone out here. Now right here we've got the April Fool's NPCs, including the Tumble Trooper and Dead Soto Gary. Unfortunately they've been removed from the latest version of the game. I'm gonna miss him yelling random insults at me and screaming like a little girl when I took him flying around. And I'm gonna miss Dead Soto Gary just lying down dead in the corner all the time. Rest in peace, sweet prince. Oh, I meant to do that on your forehead. I'm sorry, I made it awkward now. I'm sorry, okay. Our love story is never meant to be. Okay, so here I am in an older version of Gorebox. And as you can see with the pillars map, there's walls on all sides. And this is what the map looks like, generally speaking. It's all kind of whitish, and this is what the logo looks like. And to activate the boss fight in this version of the game, what you had to do was type in / where are you, and then if you weren't in the pillars map, you'll get teleported into it, and the entire map would be kind of enveloped in a red fog, and the worst curse would be waiting for you right up here. Get out of here. And now here I am in 15.17.5, and this is what the pillars map looks like right now. Instead of whitish, it's got a bit of a bluish haze this time around. The color of the logo has changed and it even glows now. So I wonder if the official Gorebox logo could also change in the future. We no longer have walls along the edges. Instead we've got this sort of a invisible wall, I guess, but it's kind of visible. You can no clip past it, and there's a few other pillars around here as well, although you can't really walk on this part along here. And yeah, it's definitely got a bit more of an ethereal look, and it does look better. There's more pillars, and some of them even appear to be a bit broken now, like this one right here. So if I type in / where are you this time around, it doesn't really do anything. So to activate this boss fight now, you're gonna have to activate these clocks placed around the pillars map. It's gonna be super easy to just no clip around and find them, but in case you can't find them, here's the first one. There we go. Suddenly the clock started spinning. Right here we've got the second clock. Right here we've got the third one, and right here we've got the fourth one. And after you've activated all 4 clocks, the worst curse is gonna spawn in the place that he's always spawned earlier. In order to fight him, I'm gonna use one of my favorite guns, the AA-12, and I'm gonna give it the mighty skin. Time for a few headshots. Okay, they don't seem to be affecting him at all. Hey guys, I can hide inside this little area right here. Where are you, buddy? There he is. He can't get to me. He can't get to me. Ouch, he can get to me. Hello? Mr. Worskers? Come out, wherever you are. You know, it's 2025. It's safe to come out these days. People aren't gonna judge you. Ouch. In the earlier map, it was a lot easier to find him. But this time around, he's kinda tricky, you know. I'm just gonna go into my hidey corner once again. So it seems he can spawn in some Chaos Commanders, I think, inside here as well. Okay, so by default, in this fight you'll have Revengeance equipped. So don't forget to equip the Worst Punch instead, if that's what you want. Ow! I think bro is hacking, you know. Okay, the visibility is kind of bad, like it's really red. Like there's way too much fog and stuff, right? So someone already told me about this in the comments. So what you want to do is go to Miscellaneous and Fun, enable the day and night cycle, and set the weather and environment to somewhere in the daytime. And now I can see everything a lot more easier. Okay, hopefully I'll be able to spot the worst curse this time around. Okay, is he dead? He's not dead. How is he not dead? I guess all I can really do is use the tool gun on him. Okay guys, I'm keeping an eye, but I can't really see him anywhere. Where is he hiding? Hey, get back! Ah, shit. Ah, no. Okay, guys, so I couldn't really find him. So what I've done is I've restarted the match, and I'm going to equip what is probably one of the most powerful guns in the game, the Barrett M82. Going to give it the Mighty skin and get a headshot right here. Ah, crap. That didn't do anything to him. See, my problem with this boss fight isn't that I can't defeat the worst curse, it's that I simply can't find him around the map. Like, where is he? Oh, there he is. Oh, I got him. Okay, that was a lot more easier than I thought it would be. Okay, we're spawning in again for the second phase. I've got the gun. Now all I have to really do is find the worst curse. There he is. Ouch. There he is. Wait, oh my god. How is that even a move, dude? You don't even see that shit in WWE. Oh my god. Like, give me a chance, bro. If I find him, I'm just gonna grab him with the tool gun real quick to disable him from attacking me. And then I'm gonna switch to the 500 gun. Oh man, who's that? Cheater! Get back! Get back! Get back! Oh man. Okay, you know what, guys? Since he keeps breaking my hands, I'm gonna choose the deagle instead so that I can hold it even with one hand after. Did he just throw a cow on me? Where you at, bro? Hey! Hey! Get back! No! No! Stop it! Ah, man. Oh, he's bleeding. I can see he's bleeding. Oh, there, he's coming at me. Get back! Ah, man. Okay, Bossberg 500, it's your time to sign again. It was literally right on the floor in front of me. I should have just grabbed it. Okay, I'm ready for you, buddy. Where you at? There, he's coming. I see him. I see him. I just wanted to grab you with the fizz gun. Wait. Oh, man, I can't even hold the gun now. You broke my damn hand. I hate you, man. I hate you. Okay, I've died so many times that there's just mighty guns laying around now. All around the map. Okay, there he is. I saw him. I saw you. I got you. He's bleeding. Oh, I got him. I got him. Finally, man. This took so long. Yeah, that's... Oh. There we go. So just in case you aren't familiar, once you have defeated the worst curse, the music stops, no new enemies will spawn in, and I'm guessing the ones that have already spawned in are kind of dead now, and you will also be able to spawn in this new aggressive worst curse NPC, and if you want you can start the fight all over again. I don't know why you'd want to do that though. And if you want you can even spawn in a whole multitude of them and just piss every single one of them off. Just to increase the difficulty of this boss fight by like 100 times. So first up in the Pit Valley map, if you no-clip past this section of the map, you'd find Green X's cat right here. But in the latest version of the game, the cat has been replaced by the image of the Tumble Trooper instead, who is gone but not forgotten. I'm going to leave some flowers at his grave. Oh, they're kind of massive flowers actually. And that's a good thing actually, because they remind me of just how much of a massive idiot he was. Next, in the Polar 6 map, we had this little ball cat Easter egg, which looks like this. In the current version of the game, however, you can see that the ball cat has lost its texture. So it's just a little glitch and I'm sure it will be fixed soon enough. Next, here I am at the void map. These are what the textures look like. This is what the platform looks like. And this is what the whole atmosphere looks like. But in the latest version of the game, the textures have been changed. The platform now has a border around it. And even the atmosphere is now more of a clearest blue sky compared to this dull grey atmosphere that we had earlier, which I personally feel was a bit more fitting for the void map, but I do like the platform more though. So right now I'm in an older version of Gorebox. I spawned in a Godal right here who said hi to me, and I'll spawn in another one right in front of him.
What's going on?
And although they've both acknowledged me, neither of them are talking to me, and they don't seem to be talking to each other as well. But now I'm in the latest version of Gorebox. Let me spawn in a Godal right here. And then we spawn another one right in front of it.
You seem strange.
Yeah, you better get going.
And now, as you just heard, Godolls can now have conversations. And I'll cover that in more detail in another video. Now I'm in an older version of Gorebox and I've got this maniac right here, but I've also got this Mossberg 500. And all he does is scream and cry. And that's about it, he just stays in place right there. Here I am in the newer version of Gorebox with the same exact things. And when I shoot this guy's legs off, besides just screaming and crying, he's actually going to crawl away from me. Until he eventually dies. This game has come so far away from being a Gmod clone, guys. Now I'm in an older version of Gorebox. I've got a Godoll right here and I'm gonna throw him into the water. And as you guys can see, he can't swim to save his life. He's just gonna wiggle in place until he dies. But now I'm in the latest version of Gorebox. I've spawned in a Godoll right here and I'm gonna put him inside the water. Okay. As you guys can see, he's swimming now, but I'm going to assume he's just going to swim around aimlessly now because on the sea map there's no way to actually get on top of the dock. Not without no clipping, at least I think. So he swam around for a while, but eventually he drowned. Why does bro have so much aura right now? Okay, now I'm gonna throw a Godoll inside the water of the legacy map. Okay, he's immediately making a beeline for the shore. Like, it's clear that the swimming animation is a bit awkward, but I kinda hope they don't fix it because I like the goofiness of it. Now I've spawned in a bunch of Godolls in the older version, and if I kill one of them, nothing really happens. Now I'm in the newer version of the game, and if I kill one of these spawned in Godolls, I actually turn out to be a wanted citizen. So now if I spawn in an officer, he's actually going to attack me. Although once I'm dead and I respawn, he's gonna leave me alone because apparently I'm a brand new person now. I've changed, haven't I? Nope, I haven't. Bye bye. Now I'm gonna shoot a Godoll in the neck in the older version of Gorebox. And that's what it looks like. Now I'm gonna do the same in the newer version. And this is what it looks like instead. It would appear that the guy is even trying to cover his wound and stop the bleeding right here. So that's kinda messed up. GDev, stop making me feel for the Godolls. I wanna kill them mercilessly. Now I'm in an older version of the game, and it would seem that no matter what you did, unless you right click to delete the next spots, you couldn't get rid of them. But now I'm in the newer version of the game. I've got a minigun and apparently I can now defeat the next bots. And they even die with an explosion. That's pretty cool. Now I'm in the older version, and if I fight in the spawnable Wuskers, he's got some very ordinary fighting moves. But now in the newer version, it would appear that he has his own boss battle moves as well, like these explosions and these things that crash into you apparently. But since I'm invincible, these explosions seem to affect only him. Like, bro, stop hitting yourself, man. I'm now in an older version of Gorebox, and at this point of time, the Godolls actually had infinite ammo with their weapons. But now I'm in a newer version of Gorebox, and it turns out that the NPCs no longer have infinite ammo. And there, he's out of ammo. He's just dropped his gun. He's picked up his sidearm now though. Aw, are you out of bullets, buddy? Okay, my turn. Into the pit with you. Now I'm in an older version of Gorebox, and if I spawn in an ordinary citizen doll and start punching him, he's not really going to react properly to it. He's just gonna stand there for the most part and take the punches. What a beta male. Get it? Because this is a beta version of the game. In the latest version of the game, if I do the same exact thing to a citizen Godoll, he's gonna start running away.
Look, I am not worth killing. I'm not worth it.
And gonna start begging for his life.
Hey, you win. I surrender.
Okay, fine, buddy. I'm not gonna kill you. I'm just gonna send you into the void. Love the smell of code all gases early in the morning. Now I'm in an older version of Gorebox. And I've got a dead body right here. Now when I spawn in another Godol in front of this dead body,
Hello there.
he just looked at the body and said hello there. Like,
Bruh.
in the latest version of Gorebox, however, I guess the Godol is going to react to the dead body by trying to walk away from it and get stuck in the staircase right here. And he's dead. Okay, will another Godol react to his dead body instead?
Whoa, hold on.
Yep. He's trying to run away. Oh, he just broke down the door. He's too scared of me now. And he got stuck on this the other door.
Whoa, hold on.
Booga booga booga. Boo!
I surrender.
You know, I will have mercy on your soul, but I don't think the door will. Now I'm in an older version of the game and I've got a monitor right here. Let me interact with it. And all I really get is a no signal. Now I'm in the latest version of the game, and if I interact with the monitor this time, there seems to be a glitch right there. So I'm gonna spawn in a new monitor. Hopefully this one will work. So there's actually 3 TV channels that play randomly but subsequently, and I especially like the news one. It was pretty long and pretty entertaining.
Can we please just have a moment of peace?
And they're all made by someone known as Exp Gaming, and I'd say that he's done a pretty good job with it. Now we've got the 3 official servers right here, and the conspiracy one at least even has a gym, and apparently your workout stats will save permanently in here. So the next time you log into one of these servers, you'll still be buff. So get to working out, guys. Something appeared in the bunker. Wait guys, what's going on? I gotta check that out. Okay guys, so a gas canister spawned in here. Something powerful appeared near a watchtower. Okay, I gotta check that out. Hey! Spinmaster, no! I thought you retired, man. Okay, so although the official servers are a bit empty, it seems that there's some AI activity on it at least. No, leave me alone, man. Now I've got the older gramophone right here in the older version of the game, and now I've got this one right here in the newer version of the game instead. They're apparently improved, but I don't really know what's the difference. And as you just saw, we can only play one at a time now to prevent harassment online. But I don't see why I can't play 2 at a time offline, although it's not a really big deal. But you can play multiple of them together at the same time in the older versions though. Next we've got some UI improvements. So this is what it used to look like earlier, and this is what it looks like right now. Like, I could say that the buttons look a little bit more muted now, if that makes sense. The time shift no longer has a knob for the slider. You just grab onto it and slide it now instead. The disable AI option is now a button right here under the override section. Okay, now I'm just gonna spawn in a whole bunch of officers right here, because apparently if no one sees you murder, you will not have a wanted status. So let me try and take out an officer from all the way up here and see if I don't get a wanted level at all. Okay, I managed to kill that guy, and I'm just gonna go down there while holding this gun and see if anybody reacts to me at all. Nope.
You smell strange. Back off.
Hey, that was kinda mean, bro. Hey, I was helping you out. Ow! What the hell, man? Okay, so nobody saw me kill him, and I didn't get a wanted level. Okay, apparently you can also get rid of your wanted level by hiding for a while. Let me spawn in a bunch of noobs right here, and let's take one of them out. And now I'm just gonna go and hide. I think the porta potty will be perfect for that. What? How is that an unknown command? You are no longer wanted by the civilized order. Okay, so that's how long it took to get rid of the wanted level. Now let me go in front of these guys and see what happens. Okay, they're still a bit terrified of the dead body, but they're not attacking me anymore, but they are attacking each other now. I guess being locked on a roof together for a while really affects their mental health. One suggestion for GDev, which I've seen other players also suggest, is have a wanted star level like we have in GTA. It would be interesting also if the star level affected which sort of Godols actually spawned in to come and subdue you. Now next up, NPCs can also have a wanted status. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spawn in a bunch of citizen Godols. Okay, the green guy has become hostile. I'm gonna delete all the other go dolls now, and now I'm gonna spawn in a police officer to see what happens.
Hey there.
Yep, the wanted level is in effect. He's attacking him. Oh jeez, okay. I mean, I know this guy punched another guy, but you're just gonna kill him for that? Wow. GDEF shouldn't have made the game so realistic by adding in police brutality, man. Next up, turrets will now be sought at AI and have proper teams, which means you can make them hostile. So I'm gonna spawn in this flamethrower turret right here, and now I'm gonna spawn in a few citizen NPCs. They don't seem to be wanting to attack it. Okay, I'll make the AI ignore me, and perhaps this maniac will instead attack the turret. Yep. Oh, okay. They're both fighting each other, and the turret has got the upper hand of sorts now, even though it's down on the ground. So I guess the turrets are on the civilized order team, so you can only make aggressive NPCs attack them, I guess. Next, you can actually clear up your wanted level. Okay, I'm just gonna spawn in a bunch of go dolls right here, and I'm gonna shoot one of them. And I am now wanted by the civilized order, so I'm just gonna sit right here, gonna go to level settings, gonna go to cleanup and clear wanted. And now I can throw away my gun because I no longer need it, because I am no longer wanted by anyone. Isn't that right, fellas? Hey, I'm no longer wanted. What? 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 GDEV, you told me I'd be no longer wanted. You lied to me, GDEV. You will pay for this, GDEV.
Hey there.
Oh. Hey there. Okay, so next up I want to talk about some upcoming features in the game. So as you can see, we've got this override section right here, and in the future you'll have an option to add go dolls to be a part of any team that you like, and even give them special behavior. So you could probably add creatures like the Shadow Mutant or mutants into your team. Next, you'd also be able to spawn in NPCs with weapons of your choice, like the Worskers with an RPG or miniguns. In the future, go dolls will also be able to eat and drink and play around with and show off random props. Isn't this toilet nice, buddy? Nah, I don't think he's impressed. Okay guys, so something I noticed in the newest version of the game is that we no longer have the repair towers option. It wasn't really working properly, and I guess they didn't really bother adding it into the game again, but it's not a big deal. You can always just reload the level on this map and the towers will be good as new again. Okay guys, another change we've got is that the go dolls will now flee away from next spots. So that's pretty cool. Run away, little boy. I'm gonna get ya. I'm gonna get ya. Kill him. Kill him, GDEV. Kill him. You make me proud. You professionally drawn PNG version of me. Also, armed go dolls are actually supposed to fight next spots now. So let's see if that works out. Yep. They're shooting at him. Don't kill him. He's innocent. He doesn't know what he's doing, okay? Ah! Well, at least he took down a couple of them with him. Okay, so apparently the Worskers attacks aggressive go dolls now. Where are you going, buddy? You want to fight a Shadow Mutant or two? Okay. So that's... Oh, he's kicking their butts. Okay, seeing him in action was pretty cool, I gotta admit. Okay guys, so I'm gonna join an official multiplayer server. Let's go into the legacy hangout. So right besides the entrance of the tower, we've got this shop which says it's a hunting shop, and if you go inside it, you'll be greeted by a whole bunch of shelves containing pretty much every gun in this game. Where's the Reality Crusher 2 though? Don't they mass produce that and put it on a shelf? And you can buy any gun that you want. I don't have any money though. The cheapest gun appears to be the taser gun, which retails for 50 go bucks, and the most expensive one appears to be the grenade launcher, which retails for 3600 go bucks. And you can also go on the first floor of this hunting shop. I don't really know why I can't climb properly on stairs in this game though. And right here you can buy some body armor. The cheapest item here is the armored collar, which retails for 30 go bucks. And the most expensive item is the full vest, which retails for 150 go bucks. Next, we've got this supermarket right here, and it sells a whole bunch of miscellaneous items like body armor once again, some medical items, melee weapons, which probably should have been sold in the hunting shop actually. Over here, the cheapest thing you can buy is the kitchen knife for 10 Go bucks, and the most expensive thing is the pickaxe for 120 Go bucks. You can also buy signs, monitors, radios, cigarettes, and even clocks for some reason. Next, they've also added gyms into the official servers. So we've got some treadmills, some punching bags, and even a vending machine which sells random drinks for 5 Go bucks. The screen of this thing needs to be updated though, I think. If you come on the roof of this place, there's a couple of more treadmills and another punching bag as well, and also Gabacto, who is trying to kill me. I'm just gonna hide in this corner right here. Ow, how's he getting to me? Leave me alone, man. Don't say no! Leave me alone! Oh my gosh. Now I'm in a single player session of the game, and if I go to static props, interior, and I scroll down, I'll find this fishing rod rack right here. I've spawned it in, and apparently I can buy a fishing rod for 100 Go bucks. Now in case you don't have any money, once again in single player under static miscellaneous props, you can spawn in a stack of money. Let me loot it, and it's given me 415 Go bucks. So let me buy a rod. Although once I buy it, the rod is just gonna stand here upright, just waiting for me to pick it up, and yeah, I've got it. If you left click with your mouse button, it will throw a little bait, and if you left click again, it will disappear. I wish I could whack Godolls with this. Okay, so let's start fishing, I guess. There's my bait just floating around, and a fish is tugging at it, I think. Okay, there we go. We got a fish right here and it's flopping on the ground. Okay, buddy, you're mine now. Am I supposed to whack it with the baseball bat to kill it? Hey, where are you going? No, come back! Come back! Hey! Okay, guys, he's dead, I guess. So I've thrown in my bait once again.
Hey.
Don't hear me, I'm busy. Okay, I pulled in a big one, boys. Now, apparently you're supposed to collect these fish inside buckets. Get out of here, dude. You're interrupting me. How do I get you guys to stop flopping around? I'm sorry, boys. You made me have to do this. Nope, they're bulletproof. Now, I couldn't exactly find out which bucket they want me to put the fish in. I'm going to assume it's bin number 2. In you go, little buddy. Head first. Okay, here's the other guy. He's kind of big for the bucket though, but oh, he just put himself in there. How convenient. The content of this bucket is worth roughly 80 Go bucks. Okay, it doesn't really show more than 3 fishes at a time, I think. I wonder if I can just spawn in a fish and put it in there. Nope, it doesn't count. And we can sell these fishes at a crate pile, apparently. Okay, so under static, building, decorative props, I found a crate pile right here. Let me spawn it in and let me take my bucket of fish to it. Let's see what happens. Okay, I just got plus 164 Go bucks. That's pretty cool. And now what I'm gonna do is try and rob this ATM right here. It takes a few seconds apparently. You are now marked as a criminal. The status will clear after some time. Okay, how much money did I get? Just a measly 274 Go bucks. So that's not a lot. I find it interesting how easy it is to rob an ATM, even though I can't really open this machine or anything. And it's impossible to rob a weapon, even though they're just literally sitting right there on the shelves and there's no one to monitor them. Now there is a cooldown for robbing the ATM, and that's about 1 minute long, and there's only 2 of them available in each official server. So now when I just spawned into the server, I was kind of beat up and stuff, but now after just standing around for a while, you can see that my limbs are slowly regenerating their health over time, and that's a new update that's been added to the game. But your limbs can only regenerate health if you are no longer breathing and your limbs are not broken. So I've got this criminal tag enabled right now, and they seem to last about 2 minutes now instead of 1 earlier, and now I am no longer marked as a criminal. Oh, and also guys, if you're tagged as a criminal, you'll drop 40% of your Go bucks on debt, although non-criminal players will drop just 10% instead. Okay, I'm playing multiplayer and I just realized I'm playing in a bikini. Oh, get in, dude! Get in! You're dying! Oh, sit. Spin Master, no! Spin Master, please! You can't do this to us, man! Ah! No! Oh no. Okay, Spin Master's roaming around here, I guess. I gotta grab a gun or something real quick. Ouch. Okay, let me see what I should grab to kill Spin Master. I can't afford any of the heavy weapons. I can afford this M1911 though. Okay, it just fell on the ground. Wait, don't take it. It's mine. It's mine. Where you at, Spin Master? I'm ready to face you. There he is. Okay, I'm running out of bullets. Die! Die! Okay, so now if you come into the supermarket, we've got a couple of new items added to the game, including this Adrenocore, which is an implant which will wake you up and boost you when you are close to passing out. Then we've also got this Mind Mine, which will cause you to explode when you die. These implants aren't available in the single player sessions, however, and I hope that GDev adds them in soon. So now we also have these new contract killers added to the multiplayer servers, although technically we are the contract killers. This guy just gives us the job to kill some random player. Unfortunately, since I'm the only player on the server right now, there aren't any jobs available at the moment. Another update that's been added to the game is that the helicopters now have 3 times as much health as compared to earlier, which is why it didn't just explode when I touched Gita's hotel right there. It's definitely gonna explode right now, however, but the explosion didn't kill me for some reason. I'm just way too sexy to die, I guess. Now on the static props in the interior section, certain prop cells like these wall fridges can be used to buy food, so let me try buying something. I got just a loaf of bread for 5 Gobucks. Man, talk about inflation, bro. I'm gonna die hungry at this rate. And you can also use these pizza ovens to prepare food for you now for just 20 Gobucks. It's not convenient that the food just falls on the floor though. It's nice that this pizza fell into the stove, however. Guys, I got an idea. Get in there, buddy. Are you comfortable? Time to turn you into a pizza. Oh, nothing happened to him. Oh, did he just eat my pizza? You thief! Thief! Thief, I tell you! Oh. Ouch. Shouldn't have eaten my pizza. Okay, so first off, now I'm in a slightly older version of Gorebox. And if I go into the social menu and choose my server region, you'll see that there's now 8 server regions right here. But now in the latest version of Gorebox, the rest of the server regions have been nuked, I suppose. All we've got now is Europe and USA. I'm guessing that not enough players played in these other server regions. Otherwise, I can't really think of any reason to just remove all of them. Now once again, in the older version, if you went into add-ons and you clicked on mods, you could see that you had the local mods option right here, and this right here was a manually installed mod that I had on my PC. But now in the latest version of the game, I no longer have access to any of my locally installed manual mods. Although to replace this, we will get this add-on section in version 16, and it will support custom models, NPCs, entities, and animations on all devices with an in-game editor. Next, this is how the in-game mod.io workshop used to look like, and now as you can see, it's got a slightly updated look, and you even have the option of opening this website in a browser now. Okay, so unfortunately I can't really connect to the multiplayer right now. Oh, and I also noticed that the testing grounds have disappeared for the time being at least. But apparently now on multiplayer servers, you can claim rooms in Jita's hotel for Gobucks, and these will be safe places where you can store money and items safely for the current session. So right now in single player, you can kick down doors by simply running into them, but in multiplayer that is now disabled. I guess that's done so that you can't just barge into someone's room in GDev's hotel. Oh, and also GDev's hotel has 6 rooms, so out of the like 16 or so active players on the server, 10 of them are going to be homeless. But don't you worry guys, we've got a little tent set up for you all right here. The next update is that advertisements have now been drastically reduced, and from now on multiplayer you can play for 20 minutes on each ticket instead of just 15 minutes, and the tickets won't be consumed until you join on a server and play on it for a while. Next, the prices in the multiplayer shops have been tweaked a little bit, and if you're a criminal you won't be able to purchase any melee weapons, but apparently a black market is going to be added for criminals to buy weapons from for an increased price. Another change is that now if you disable AI, spawn in a Godol and put that Godol out to swim, he will be unable to swim and he wouldn't be able to cross crawl as well if you sort his foot off or something. Now to talk about the upcoming updates. So right now in the fizz gun modes we've got these few options, but right now I'm on the GoBox News Telegram channel. And it turns out that you will now be able to use your fizz gun to spawn in meteorites and thunder as well. There's also some more things I want to talk about, guys, like the fact that you can still rob the ATMs even in single player. Okay, so the GoBox News Telegram channel also neatly laid out some of the new props that have been added to the game in the previous update. So first of all, we've got these numerous chemical tables that have been added to the game, and at least 3 of them can be interacted with. Then we've got the stove oven, and we can prepare a meal for 15 GoBucks, and we've got a nice little fried egg. Nom nom. We've also got these interactable deli fridges that have been added into the game. I can buy meat for 10 GoBucks. I guess the flow can enjoy that then. And yeah, I spawned in a gigantic fish. I'm not in the mood for fish though. I like how the officer is just standing in the middle of the chemical tables right here. Are you wondering who spawned all of this in? And why are you bleeding? I didn't even touch you. I am going to touch you right now. Or this fish is.
Hello?
Actually. Goodbye. Alright guys, so the first major change that we've got is this little splash screen, which tells you not to be violent in real life. And the first major update, we've got changes to the images of the multiplayer servers right here. And the conspiracy and the desert bridge hangouts have now gone away. Instead, everything is just legacy now. We've got 4 servers with 16 player capacity and 3 servers with 32 player capacity. Okay guys, so the first update to these dedicated servers is that we've got this whole fishing rod set that has been kept right here at the legacy docks. They cost 100 GoBucks each. Okay, I've got a fish. Okay, then you got to buy this bucket right here for 50 GoBucks. And it will just spawn right here. Now I can throw my fish in here. So you grab the bucket and you take it to these crates right here. And you get paid for it. Okay guys, next up in GDev's hotel, you want to go down into the basement right here. A gym has now been added over here, and someone's dropped some potted plants on the treadmills for some reason. And inside this interrogation room, we've got a little bit of some illegal activity going on right here, and you can acquire some illegal substances for 50 GoBucks. And I'm just gonna grab it and take it upstairs. And if we go on this side of the legacy hangar right here, what we've got is Jesse Pinkman from the hit TV show Breaking Bad, and he just paid me 100 GoBucks for those illegal substances. Walter! No! Walter! Okay, can we book a room in GDev's hotel now? This door is owned by Not Sack Slick. Okay, so someone's booked that room right there. What about this room? Okay, the same guy has booked this room as well. He's put some stuff in it though. Oh, he's locked me in. Wait, you can't do that. Hey, bro, did you book all of the hotel rooms in GDev's hotel?
Yeah.
You're creating a housing crisis, man.
Wait a minute. Voice sounds familiar.
Yeah, the famous GoBox YouTuber known as Bucky.
Okay, bruh. You can buy rooms in hotels and you can make like a workshop. It costs like 50 bucks, like 500 bucks. I usually just do the meth method to get my money. But basically when you buy a workshop, everything is 25% off. You can also get yourself a gun shop yourself, and they're like 20% off. But you don't get all of the guns, like only like a select few. So you can't see like there's like no machine guns here, no miniguns.
But now let's say you log out of the server, then do your hotel rooms still remain here?
They don't, unfortunately. Sometimes they do, but that's rare. Here's a little fun fact. When you get your own meth lab, instead of paying 75 GoBucks for a pouch, you only have to pay 30. More profit.
Okay guys, be sure to check out Zach6's channel right here. Okay guys, I'm in another GoBox server right now. Let me see if I can book a hotel room. It's locked. A key can be purchased for 600 GoBucks. Okay, someone died here and they just dropped their gas and their gun. I'm just gonna take that. Don't mind me. And let me buy this hotel room right here. There we go. And if I close it, I believe I'm safe for now. It would appear that this hotel room already comes pre-equipped with a gym and a mini fridge for energy drinks and stuff like that. Okay guys, the next update I've actually found out through the GoBox News Telegram channel. So we've got some sort of in-game animations right now. So I'm gonna spawn in an armchair right here. I'm gonna now type in /r start. and the recording will now start. I'm just gonna move this couch around and drop it. Now I'm gonna type in /r stop and the recording will now stop. And now I'm gonna type in /replay. And now, as you can see, I'm not touching the couch or anything, but it's just moving around by itself in the same way that I had moved it around earlier. So these are the simple animations that you can now make in GoBox. What if I sit on the couch and then type in /replay? Yep, it moves me around with it. Okay guys, this gives me an idea. So this is how I've animated this piano right here. So I'm just gonna spawn in a Godol with disabled AI and start the replay again. Let's see what happens. Oh my gosh. People are gonna make some sinister animations with this. Okay, so now apparently there's a glitch behind the logs in the legacy map. So I'm just gonna no clip through right here. And oh my gosh, this looks kinda crazy. Well, this is the little Easter egg we've got. It's a face of a robotic Godol with a bunny hat with text that says version 15.17.69420 and who knows what other numbers. This number is of course a reference to the fact that we've got so many updates in the past days under a 15.17 category. Next, a lot of players have been complaining about GoBox not working properly for them anymore, including getting black screens and stuff like that. So FT Games has talked about this and they've told y'all to make bug reports detailing your device models and graphic settings. Now someone mentioned something about getting cache in single player. So you can open the options menu, click on the server panel, click on settings and miscellaneous. Right here you can enter the amount of cache that you want. So I'm just gonna enter in 1000. And it's just gonna drop a bag right in front of me right here, and I managed to acquire the cash. What if I enter in a very tiny amount of cash? It just dropped the 1 GoBucks. So next up, you can actually spawn in the ATM in single player as well under static and building, and you can even rob it if you want. Next, someone mentioned something about the GTA 6 trailer being on a TV in GoBox. So we've got it right here. This of course is also made by Score, and you can check out the full video on his channel on the top right of your screen right now. Next, someone mentioned something about fishing. So it would make perfect sense that I could catch a fish in this lake right here in the legacy map, right? But apparently you can also catch fish from this little swimming pool in GDev's hotel. I don't know why. Okay guys, I wonder, can I fish at the House of Lament? Why, yes I can. Hey Phil, I got some fish for you. Knock knock. Apparently the hammer can nail items now. Okay, so as you guys can see, this fish keeps flopping around. Let me see if I can just nail it down in place right here. Hiya! Nailed prop. I guess little buddy isn't moving around now. Now here's a way to get a free fishing rod. Simply type in /give fishing rod. And there we have it. Okay guys, so right now I'm in a slightly older version of GoBox, and this is what the docks look like right here in the legacy map. But in the newer version, now we've got this new ladder right here. I'm sure they've added it in due to multiplayer purposes, and also when you spawn into the observer boss fight, you no longer have to land on the beach right there. You can just climb on this ladder right here if you want. Now in GDev's hotel basement in the slightly older version, we've got a little fist right here which you can barely see. In the newer version of the game, it's been painted yellow. However, also in the older version of the game, if you went into the toilets right here, well, there weren't really any toilets. So tonight, boys, we sit on the floor. But in the latest version of the game, they've actually added some toilets in here. And of course, they are interactable with. Next, someone has mentioned how to get the worst fish without actually beating the worst curse boss. And yeah, it's as easy as that, guys. Just type in /give worst fish. Next, someone mentioned something about the void map. So apparently the NPCs won't attack me right now. That does in fact appear to be the case. As you can see, I haven't disabled AI or anything. So this is a little glitch, I assume. What if I attack them first though? Nope. So the first official NPC is right here standing by the fishing rods, and apparently he can teach me everything about fishing. Now the next official NPC you will be able to find right here in GDev's hotel. Oh my gosh, it's GDev himself. Hello man, I'm a big fan of your game. Hey Dev, welcome to my hotel. Now GDev right here will of course explain to you how the hotel systems work in this game. But after that, he will say this. Now if you'll excuse me, it's about time I go feed Carmi. It has certainly been a while. I'm assuming that's GDev's cat. Okay, I like how he gave himself a chef's hat because GDev's been cooking with the updates lately. I'm sorry about this, but can I punch you? What happens if I punch you? Okay, that thing happens. I'm sorry, GDev. I just wanted to try it out, okay? I thought maybe I was gonna explode or something. Now, the next official NPCs can be found in the basement of GDev's hotel. So in cell block C, we've got this Godal. Oh, your name is Kalmi. I thought GDev was talking about his cat. I need more. Okay. GDev, are you locking up women in your basement? What are you doing, man? Okay, Karmi, do you want this bag of pudding? Okay, I can't really push it through the bars, unfortunately. Okay, guys, now I'm in an older version of GoBox. And if you press the tab button, you've got this UI right here for the body inspector. But in the newest version of the game, instead of blood loss, we have our endurance, dexterity, stamina, and speed meters. From what I'm looking at, you can max out your stats to 2 times their default state. And this is the user interface for the emotes and the animations, and this is the UI for the emotes and the animations. I gotta say, this definitely does look better. They've even color coded stuff like the dancing is now green, aggressive emotes are red, submissive emotes are blue, etc. Also, this is now the best way to check how much GoBucks you have. Okay guys, so I'm gonna buy the Adrenocore right here and I'm gonna implant it into myself, and now it actually shows in the body inspector. And now if I buy the Mind Mine and once again implant it into myself, it once again shows in the body inspector. And the first change that's happened is that GoBox now runs on the Unity 6 instead of the Unity 5 engine, and apparently Unity 6 is better for performance, web development, and also AI integration, which is something new that we're seeing for the Godal these days. So does that mean that we're going to get even smarter Godals in the future? And now this is an experimental beta, not just a regular beta. So that does mean that certain features we're going to have in this update are not yet fully developed or polished and are still being actively worked on. Okay guys, so right now I'm in an older version of GoBox. I've got an AK-47 right here, and when I walk into this wall right here, well, nothing really happens. But now I'm in the newer version of GoBox, and you can even see that the gun graphics and color are a little bit different right now. And now when I walk into this wall right here, what you can see is that there's actually some sort of collision with the wall. This same collision can also be found with the setup with the default spawn Godals when I walk into them. Now also something else to show you guys is in the older version of GoBox, if I aim at this dummy right here and I shoot at it, you know, it gets shot. But right now I'm aiming at the dummy, and as you can see, my gun is slightly behind this wall right here. And if I shoot the dummy right now, it still gets shot. But in the newer version of the game, if I do the exact same thing, as you guys can see, it's the wall that's getting shot instead of the target dummy. Okay, so right now under settings and graphics, we've got the simulated scopes option right here, which is of course experimental, and this is what it's supposed to look like in the final version of the game. But unfortunately, it still looks like this right now. Although,
How's it going?
shut up, man! Although when you aim your guns at Godals, while the scope does show up, you can't really see anything inside the scope except for some blueness. If this is causing irritation for you, you can simply turn off the simulated scopes. However, right now I'm in the older version of GoBox, and this is what the water looks like. I mean, it's pretty normal, I guess. But this is what the water is like in the newer version of the game. So for example, I've got a car underwater in the older version, and well, it just looks like this. But in the newer version of the game, you can see that there are some ripples and there's a bit of distortion when you look at the car right now. So this is what the graphics look like in the older version of the game, and this is what they look like in the newer version of the game. So one of the things I'm noticing is that the clouds look a lot more prominent now. So in the older version of GoBox, most of the fish that you caught look somewhat like this usually. And some of the new fish that I've been able to fish out of the water in this new update includes this big fella. I'm not really sure what he's called. We've got this big boy right here. We've got a jellyfish, pink jellyfish, this swordfish. And on Camiflex's channel, I noticed that you can also catch some weird eel-like creatures. Okay guys, now I want to find out how much each of these fishes retail for. So I'll go to static, building, and spawn in this crate pile right here. Now I'll go to props, decoration, and spawn in bin number 2 right here. Let's put this big fella inside and let's take it to the crates. And we got 111 Gobucks for that. That's pretty good. What about this guy right here? 114. That's even better. What about this pink jellyfish? 66. Not too bad. What about this swordfish? 86. Okay. What about this blue jellyfish? 17. Pathetic. What about this gigantic fish? 146. Okay, that's pretty good. What about this little fella right here? 12. Get the heck out of here! Okay guys, so a new change that has come to this latest version of the game on the Plains map is that we've got this little cross right here. Not really sure why, I think it's just a new design of sorts. Now I'm on the slightly older version of Gorebox in the C map, and this is what it looks like. But in the new map, this is what it looks like instead. So the textures of the floor have been changed a little bit. I do think it looks nicer. Also, the whole map is kind of brighter in the older version. In the newer version, it looks slightly more darker. So in the older version of Conspiracy, none of the street lights seem to turn on at night. In the newer version, however, they seem to have a slight brightness at least. Now in the older version of the game, this is what happens when I look up at the sun. Well, basically nothing. But in the newer version of the game, this is what happens when I look up at the sun. You can see the little lens flare that you get now. In the older version, I'm looking at the legacy tower right here, and well, it just looks like this. In the newer version, however, you can see slight reflections have been added to shiny objects in the game. This is the lighting in the older version of the game, and this is the lighting in the newer version of the game. So it definitely does look more beautiful now. This is what the lighting looks like in the old version of the game. And this is what the lighting looks like in the new version of the game. Now, this is what it looks like when I spawn in a Shadow Mutant in the older version of the game. His aura is kind of small, but in the newer version of the game when I spawn him in, his aura is kind of massive now. And if you guys can notice, the shadows even seem to stick to the walls and the roof and even the floor. So the Shadow Mutant definitely looks a lot more scarier and spookier now. Right under the Shadow Mutant as well, the shadows actually travel to the walls as well. They've even entered this hotel room right above him. This is kind of crazy, bro. Okay guys, next up, the simulated scopes now actually work. As you guys can see, I'm standing in front of this Godol right here, and you can even see his little face in the scope right here. And if you aim with it right now, it even shows up in the scope which shows up on your screen. Bro, you're kinda ugly. Now in the previous video, I complained about a bug where I couldn't get past doorways easily without my gun colliding into a door frame. But in the new update, that bug has been fixed. So that's pretty cool. Whether you kicked at the air or at the ground, it was basically the same thing in the older versions of the game. But in the newer version, there's now a stomping animation when you kick at the ground. Let's see how it performs on this Godol right here. Ow! Buddy? You good, bro? Okay, let me try that again. I fixed you. I fixed you, buddy. You're all good now. Nothing to worry about. Now, in the previous version of the game, we were limited to just 2 server regions. But now we have a whole 9 of them, plus an automatic server region as well. I'm going to choose India right here. I'm going to choose the official multiplayer servers. And as you guys can see right here, most of the servers are unfortunately empty. But they might get more full after the game leaves the beta version. Okay guys, so I did some more fishing. And I managed to catch a whole entire little turtle right here. Even he flaps around and stuff. That's kind of cute actually. Okay, how much does this guy sell for? Just 15 Gobucks. Get out of here! Thanks to DrainZ for telling us about this. Okay guys, so now I want to talk about a bug real quick. After I activate the Observer boss fight, the map doesn't get the red filter that it usually gets. And everything is still bright out. And I don't even see where the Observer is. Observer? Where you at, bro? Oh! Okay, I got a flashlight and it became nighttime. I guess he spawned in right now. He's kind of transparent right now and the graphics are glitching out a little bit. Okay guys, now I'm gonna activate the worst curse boss fight and everything is a bit way too red. Sup bro, I can barely see you right now. If I'm not wrong, he does appear to be slightly more taller right now. So yeah, this is just way too red and this bug needs to be fixed as well. Now for some quick map atmosphere changes. This is what the Desert Bridge map looks like in the older version of the game. So the Desert Bridge looks to be a lot more foggy right now. At one point the developers tried adding a constant sandstorm to this place, but that doesn't seem to be the case anymore. Okay, right now I'm in Polar 6 at nighttime and this is what it looks like. In the newer version, however, you can see more fog and better lighting. This is what the Void map used to look like earlier, kind of dull and gloomy. But in the latest version of the game, it looks to be a little bit more brighter, and all of this unending fog actually makes the map really live up to its name. The next new thing that's been added is that there's now custom tracing added to the custom maps, but I don't have an RTX enabled GPU, so I can't really show you that change. So here I am in the older version of the game and I'm gonna change my gender to female, and when I chat right now in the game, I still sound like a male for some reason. But in the latest version of the game, my chat, even though it's still gibberish, does sound a bit female-like. Okay, so for the next update, here I am in GoBox Online, and apparently the NPCs in here have voice lines now. Let me talk to this guy. Okay, they're not real voices, but they're still voice lines, I guess. So that guy sounded a bit nerdy. This guy actually sounds a bit tough. I wonder what GDEF sounds like. That's a very, very deep voice. Can't blame GDEF for doing that, I'd probably do the same. And I wonder what his girlfriend sounds like now. Well, she sounds like a female, I guess. What does Jessie sound like now, though? Pretty normal, I guess. Next up, we have some Hitman notifications added to the game. Okay, guys, so I just saw the notification right now. It tells me that Mark now has a hit on me, so I'll know that there's a player now trying to kill me. So now let me take a hit from right here. My target is Ram, and now let me find him and kill him before he kills me. Okay, he's right here. There we go. So now that I've killed him, it would be clear that he knows that I killed him because I had a hit on him. Okay guys, so next up, the fisting has apparently been improved. Okay, so now when you reel in the fists, you kind of pull them right up on your body. Also, we get this little progress bar right here, and it even tells you when to reel in the fists. Okay guys, for the next update, unfortunately, low-end Android devices with very low RAM are now no longer supported. So that means that some of you guys may no longer be able to play the game on your phone, and I'm sorry about that. Nothing that we can really do about it, except upgrade your phone, I guess. Also guys, I'm not really sure, but it looks like the background trees have been updated a little bit. They seem to be all bendy and wavy and stuff compared to earlier. Next, I mentioned something about the observer being glitched, but I was wrong. The red filter has now been removed, and he will now spawn 10 seconds after you touch the pipes, so that he doesn't kill you the moment you spawn into battle. And the overwhelming red filter glitch in the worst curse battle has been fixed as well. So the first change that has happened is that multiplayer tickets have now been removed, and instead what you'll get is an ad for an unlimited amount of playtime each session, I believe. Also, the server list has apparently been secured in this patch, meaning that they can no longer be attacked by exploiters. Also, GDEV has made it so that saves can no longer be loaded on the official servers, which was a critical bug in the previous version. Next up, server saves are no longer shared between official servers in the same region. So I believe what that means is if I had 1000 cash and like 2 dexterity on the GoBox RP Legacy GUM server, when I logged into the Legacy Gold server instead, that same progress wouldn't be carried on to the Gold server. Also, the save data on the servers has been reset, as a lot of exploitation has been happening. Next, there have been some slight UI improvements, and the first UI change I'm noticing is with multiplayer servers. So when I select multiplayer right here, instead of this screen that we used to get earlier, this is what we get right now, and we actually loaded onto the community servers at first. And of course we can choose the official servers right here. Besides that, if there are any other UI changes, I haven't really noticed them. Next, certain bugs have been fixed, such as the host transfer and server permissions. Then there have also been some anti-cheat improvements, with a special thanks being given to BXDev for that. who contributed a lot to the new anti-cheat features. Next, apparently armored player limbs are protected from kicking and tasers. I wonder if that works for regular go dolls as well. Interesting mustache you got there, buddy. So let me give him some leg armor and also some arm armor. Okay, let me try this out, buddy. Don't be offended. Oh, it does not work on NPCs, it would appear. What about the taser gun though? Okay, this one seems to work apparently. I shot his arm, nothing happened. I shot his leg, nothing happened. And I shoot his chest and yep, as expected, it did affect him. Why isn't your armor protecting you from kicks, buddy?